Media, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our protocol duly observed. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the Western region for the launch of the MPP 2024 manifesto. We thank the party leadership for choosing our region to host this auspicious event. Along with the people of Ghana, we are excited to witness this outdooring of the new patriotic manifesto, which will offer bold solutions to tackle the challenges we face as a country. Media, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our protocol duly observed. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the Western region for the launch of the MPP 2024 manifesto. We thank the party leadership for choosing our region to host this auspicious event. Along with the people of Ghana, we are excited to witness this outdooring of the new patriotic manifesto, which will offer bold solutions to tackle the challenges we face as a country.
There have been a lot of debates that the dam are not a special SM. Exactly what you guys promised.
That was our promise. We said one village, one dam. We didn't say, how do you call it? One Bui dam or one Akosombo dam for the village. We said one village. And when we talk about one village in a dam, my sister, we some of us know the kind of dam we're talking about. It's not the bigger type. It's for the people to use during drought. The animals will not go far so that people will steal them away or they will go and die on their way. Because if they are not getting water, definitely they will die. So you needed some water close to the village so that they can use for domestic. That's all.
You said it's not looking, it doesn't look.
I'm telling you the fact that NDC did, we're coming out with those pictures. Something that was not even as big as what we have done. And that's why I'm proud of myself, of what I'm doing. Because I have seen what they did. And if you compare the two, you can see the difference.
So you're saying that these dams are exactly what you promised?
Yes. Then look at the cost. 250,000 Ghana cedi. 250,000 Ghana cedi. If you are constructing a meaningful dam, you don't need anything less than $3 million. $3 million, so not Ghana cedi. So if I'm constructing 250,000 Ghana dam, then what kind of dam are you expecting from me? I hope you're getting me. So that's the kind of dam we've promised the people. We didn't say we are going to construct the 3 million type or 6 million Ghana cedi, 10 million Ghana cedi type of dam for them. No. And this dam are being sponsored with the 1 million per constituency. what we were allocated with the 2018 is what we are using for. So definitely, if you with me, then at the end of the day, you're using the whole of the 1 million for one constituency, not one village.
So you are saying that if they wanted a huge dam or the bigger one,
Yeah.
it means that it will cost more.
It will cost more. And that one is not under my ministry, it's under the Ministry of Agric, because they are doing irrigation. They handle agric aspect of it. You understand? So that one is under the agric ministry. But this one is a special project for the people to use. And that's why it's under my ministry.
Yeah! 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 Uni sana na da kwa kufa da Roma. Ye build train et na fansuo so. Seriously. Ye build train na fansuo so. Tie be fansuo so deshe. Omo mo Europe, UK ni Holland ni ade do munim. Tie fansuo ni ade enche kra. Misana na do de fansuo so no. Ba omi aso do ba fansuo na se. Di e kwa no.
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes.
Eurostar.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
London to France.
Me no kaze nsi ya no. Akaka no mo wie. Uni misana na da kwa kufa da Roma. Ye build train et na fansuo so. Seriously. Ye build train na fansuo so. Tie be fansuo so deshe. Omo mo Europe, UK ni Holland ni ade do munim. Tie fansuo ni ade enche kra. Misana na do de fansuo so no. Ba omi aso do ba fansuo na se. Di e kwa no.
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes.
Eurostar.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
London to France.
Me no kaze nsi ya no. Akaka no mo wie.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
You have presided in 8 years over the collapse of our economy. If you knew the plan that could work for the economy and be successful, why haven't you implemented that plan in 8 years? Why? If you know what can work for our economy, why is the economy collapsing in your hands after 8 years? You clearly do not understand the economic plans and underpinning the MPP manifesto. So your task is to make our economy work. You cannot do it, and now you want to say the MPP plan cannot work. You have essentially no legs to stand on in saying the MPP plan cannot work, because your own plan has collapsed the economy.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Enti mi pase adofo nyina eti se Yesu ebre ne ho ase se nipa oba eti se nipa tibia ase nipa tibia
English not me kind of more. English, speak English.
Jesus Christ came as a donkey.
Sir.
Pase adofo nyina eti se Yesu ebre ne ho ase se nipa oba eti se nipa tibia ase nipa tibia
English not me kind of more. English, speak English.
Jesus Christ came as a donkey.
Sir.
Pase adofo nyina eti se Yesu ebre ne ho ase se nipa oba eti se nipa tibia ase nipa tibia
English not me kind of more. English. English not me kind of more. English, speak English. English not me kind of more. English, speak English.
nipa tibia
English not me kind of more. English, speak English.
nipa tibia
English not me kind of more. English, speak English.
ase nipa tibia
English not me kind of more. English, speak English.
Jesus Christ came as a donkey.
Sir.
ase nipa tibia
English not me kind of more. English, speak English.
Jesus Christ came as a donkey.
Sir.
Eddie, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Kevin Taylor. This show is with all due respect extended version. I don't know what's going on, but Edio. Thank you very much for tuning in. We are live on Loud Silence TV across the world. We are also live on radio. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube.
Enti mi pase adofo nyina eti se Yesu ebre ne ho ase. Se nipa oba eti se nipa tibia ase. Nipa tibia.
English not me kind of more. English, speak English.
Jesus Christ came as a donkey.
Sir.
Nipa tibia ase. Nipa tibia.
English not me kind of more. English, speak English.
Jesus Christ came as a donkey.
Sir.
So that majimoni so. Sir afi majimoni so. Ye tumofo amonte. Obi a time Bible ano didi nkwasi asem wo Ghana. Ye nchi obi antwa ne tintontwene. Sir afi de yagie ni so say Yesu e donkey. Sir afi de ye nyina yagie ni so say de esi so obi a ho ato no. Say ho ato no. Ukofi adoma so ra na wata mic. Obi abodama na de mic akutua na no. Obi di nkwasesa de mic akutua no. O de Kofi adoma de o statista mic. Bodam ni bia na de mic akutua no. Sa fe de asamasa. Yesi Yesu ye o ye donkey. Sa fe de speak English no tia se. Afi de say donkey. Sa ende de ye 2024 to Ghana catch Yesu say Yesu o ye donkey. And then de na ye gi o Ghana kronim. Edien na yeji e Ghana saa ekronim ma ye ho ato edien na yeji o Yesu ho and mo piepia nkwara we ya speak English akora ikanan ne ketere maso kasa onima na ma me de akere no kasa ya akere no ofie a eda ne tirim eda ne ketere ma no a onim se kasa we de saa kasa we ne de akere me wo de ujimi gina speak English no ya de akora ogina wo English na nkotia anka no kan first Kofi adoma wo sori ana wata mic uhu bodam ni bia hello na wo ye hwan e na wo te hefa na ha de ha bon na wo te ha ye den enkwasi asabo nkwa sa afede magimani so say yesi Yesu o ye donkey sa afede Kofi adoma wo Kofi adoma Yesu bebusa wo yesi de nam no so a suntudia beba no onue wo nenne afiri wo so akota mic akaka kire nkofo say Yesu ye donkey udu heaven na akoyi anom mo sori a na mate party na mo di emoji edi anim kese yenim de Yesu din de ye na yate party ne yatam emoji yes ometo nwoma party. All right, it's exactly 4:55 p.m. US East Coast time, 8:55 in Ghana. Enyumbre o hwame amedin e de Kevin Koberu Taylor me na medi dwumade we hu chiame yaba ye bedwudwum ama Ghana for ehunu kre no me ya sure say ende Martin Sembebre see the Ghana the stories so ho enti minima de kodenti kra po enyumbre why excited a waba betena so be Kevin Taylor say me ka say sorry what news ni nyina ana hu ni so boboa omutwa wontro normal omunyina omutwa ntro ai omunyina omukano kre ba ku mienu mensa bi na papa wontumi radio wontumi TV Kesman FM so mpa de omunyina omukano kre omayakrofo omukano kre omudada mo ai sa radio nyina omboa omukano kre omomba nkran nyom bejiska ai omunyina ajiska ai ene de nana janto say so onjiska ometena radio so modua nana janto mimini pa no ma men text no sanana janto so oba nkran no wanji sika 30,000 Ghana cedis say yantam sika anhye ne nsema oba radio so ochina omebodua nana janto besi nana janto oye be ma tesemi ochina obetena radio so omodua so wankoji sika say omra no mbeka MPP fo aho asem papa mo mo a ose meboa nana janto say ya ma no eye bag eye MPP manifesto shem envelope ka ho eye 30,000 Ghana omra me say Nana Jatwa wanji between 10,000 to 30,000 Ghana. Ombeka nche Ghana for so wanji ska. On the opama mani meka ska no onka se okoye ne ya mani ska. Nana Jatwa ba hona mani ska. Nana Jatwa be didi wonkran hona mani ska didi. Nana Jatwa betena hotel hona mani ska. Nana Jatwa sa akọ back hona mani ska. Nipa 250 yema obia between 5,000 to 50,000. Udim sika ba omi amo se no. Enti me ende me Nana Jatwa eto nchia. Monkanche na najanto asa Kevin Taylor say so e bema okano kra ombodua e o TV so onfa antoanyama embodua say oba nkran no wa amba nkran a wa ambegi sika omebodua Nana, integrity test na you know. Ai, yebebo obi adi, yesi bebo dua. Mikosia nie, na mukosia, mombre mukosia. Nana Jantwa, me say. So oko eye Bawumia meet the president. So one kwaji sika between 10,000 and 30,000, 300 million and show ho. So oko akoka ni ye ma Bawumia. Me say betena TV no bodua so unji ska. Nana Jantwa ko jiska. Nana Jantwa ko jiska pudio. Odi beye adwuma ma Bawumia. Sika pudio. Nana Jantwa ko ji. Me say we nana me text me Nana Jantwa madam follow Twitter so di matem na so di natem. Me say Kevin tell me and they say me ni abre Nana Jantwa be ka kire Ghana for. Say won ko jiska. Nana Jantwa between 10,000 and 30,000. 300 million waji sa sika na ko tena Kumasi. Ade che be ka che Kumasi so MPP ni de wa mu ni so manifesto ni so hwem ye pa de a enka betuma aboa Ghana oboa. Me say onfa Antonia Mambodua so nko jiska. Nana Jantwa jiska. Sika pudio. Kwame Adinkra, me se umuza Kwame Adinkra se me se oye bema o metena radio so modua se odi Antonia ma odi Asantema konwa ebo no hudua se yantam 50,000 Ghana mana nana eye Kwame Adinkra o mebodua waje 50,000 old Ghana 500 million Kwame Adinkra je Nana Jantwa agronie entokwanie se wo so wanji sika fabra bebodua se wanjiska Nana Jantwa agronie entokwanie se me ka kire o be se abrewa obewu aduane yendi udi a woni ne bekwa kowu Nana Jantwa madam funi no ana man fodwen se o te se menua Nana Jantwa ne number ni e na o phone so Nana Jantwa number me mbo number no ba me kire mama hu Nana Jantwa how am ne fine ba Nana Jantwa ko di bone intimate ne to Nana Jantwa number ni se obehwa so share me Nana Jantwa chatter you could see a lot of laughters oh say yeah oh my phone screen is a lot oh say yes stripper you can see hey oh we laugh a lot we talk about things Nana Jantwa akwaji ska minya no adai wakwaji ska 300 million tete Ghana sika waji ashe de to ai $300 million tete Ghana 30,000 Nana Jantwa agia to ye. Oh Lord. Nana agroni entokwa ni be ka kire Ghana for china oba nhira ka se me Nana Jantwa me pese me kire Asanteman se me nji ademudia a me be kansem ama Bawumia inti me di kosua e bodua wo TV so me ye Kristo ni bapa me nyiri wo Kristo me di Kristo na wo ma ware me di Kristo awo me ma ye de atete me onyame edien esum wo be mu me bodua e de Yesu din atoso Nana Jantwa ochina no pa so wetuma bodua we a me metena radio so biem Nana agronie entokore Nana Jantwa me kachireo me kachireo se jai yo Nana me kachireo se jai menje medi Nana me tu wofo injade ndi akache mo bia bufu and then na me hwanya maybe o social media na me hwa dey social media na bia me kachire nkofo say you know Ghana musicians ni bia amunya botre so music there a process. Oh, you're a good musician. Oh, you're a good musician. And sometimes, you know, we have to. I say, I'll say, yeah, nyabotre. So, me de be American. Me say they are good musicians in Ghana. Na, it do sometime be ana ebia suban bi ne nsembinti ana nyoma bi ha nipa bi build dia na omo dia say no. Me, I feel say musicians omo Ghana bi to say. Musician of the year or Ghana, a yes Stonebwoy, good musician. Me Matana Haka, good musician. I am not followers of Stonebwoy and Shatawale. I am munyabo treka crack because on say a nyum and what your artist the why you know nobody can take from the artist. They will be binting out the artist. In this upper artist when I say or any people you like his style, you like his music. Just love the artist. Don't hate anybody. That's all. So artists no call a wronger. Na say bia umpa obetima catch no so other artists the music there's tension among supporters we can which let's all respect each other but we cannot also take people's credit from them. It's very important. Oh, that is one thing that we need to understand. Eba enyuma, you cannot take people's credit from them. And intina Bob Marley, Muni, they are legends. And the reason why they are legends is it is what they have done before. Mark Inti sometimes, especially Stonebwoy supporter, we emotional relax kakra. Into kwensi bibia nsi. Nyom. I was here to do home. One, I must sit down so Stonebwoy. And I respect the way a Stonebwoy it may winnie recently, VGM. And I'm friend said Telecel, he won as the best artist in Ghana or something. And credit to him. But sometimes, it is entire as musicians, so mumi respect it, kakra. Respect it, the whole industry and people who made the industry what it is. I'll be doing that. I'm for biswa bim. Inti if you know where can be Jokas will be a Kevitela time will be but me we say article be about bontin my atro Grammy DN less my Stonebwoy dinima de bia Stonebwoy kasa de din comfortem but I think he need to slow down within him and ye gidi bia within him because some of article we thorough research and I don't social ma omo bo mu din nyina no it obia any omunya e bia problem bia into within him it should encourage you to work more. Stonebwoy we are temperamental we are too emotional. I sometimes in Yabutreka can analyze it. Maybe say ba you just have to relax and it should even encourage you to do more so that people will recognize you. Say, around the crowd, say, around. That is what all these things are about, I'm going to say, Stonebwoy supporters, we emotional. Stonebwoy is so emotional, dodo. Or too emotional. I think it will be the bofu. I think it will be now big. I go game pass certificate to. Game pass. Well, if you do homework, but still, and then game palamo. Introduce some time, just relax small. When I watch your title, be on twin gym floor. Yes, a Grammy aba. I don't see the car you uni cassette. Stone. Omo your bomb new Grammy list your more cassette or uni cassette. Into uni cassette, and what I say okay. Me a PC DJ. And I said me a digital musician. Into you say from today no, ebia ye bobo a PC DJ musicians libya. And I said digital ebia ni abomidin. That's all you do. But you can't omo Grammy recognize them. Omo na ye de cassette. Omo pen da omo dem. Omo de cassette. A pen cassette. And so on. Omo no they qualify to be in the Grammys. Into I feel said Stone. Now but say you are too emotional. Now but say Stone. Tell my colleagues ye almost started born you made good cassette to swa. Now ye dear yes Mike more motono. Now that time now share to go come Prince Tego fee. In you need another veranda. So it is sometimes you need to accept that people have made their mark in Ghana music. And give them the recognition, respect them. Because a point will come, there are other ones also who respect you. Say, Black Sheriff also group number. A point will come, they will also say, okay, Stonebwoy. We looked at them, era bia. Inti era weyaba. Now you say Shatawale, Miss Belmo, Omuna Grammy recognize you. I just respect that. That's all. Because only cassette. A dear friend cassette, bandana modi bi buy cassette we unibi. Enyuma wabo nyina umbo uncha cassette da. Grammy so recognize cassette. Michael Jackson cassette. Peter Tosh or cassette. Eye Bob Marley or cassette. We should be to say yeni kofi Lucky Dube or cassette. Culture or cassette. KK Kabobo nyina or cassette. Miss Bell nyina or cassette. Uni cassette. Into uni cassette, it means there was an era unim. So when people are going back, and they say, you can't old Black Star players, see you can't from a bedimu time, Tony Abuamu timer, and no matter what you do, be able to polo, you can't take it away from them. It is a uni cassette, And if you don't have cassette, it is difficult for the people to add you to Grammy list. It's simple. Cassette, no problem. Bandana from Ghana. Moko that time no mucheche omoko store na so bra ombo miensa maye wo de fa miensa go nipa beto a and that time na wuni ho that time na Prince Tego na show that time Stone now Davaram da so na share to go kon but it does not mean say you are not a good artist. That one I will tell Ghanaians Stonebwoy or a good artist and I really like his song utimi tie ni say abrantie de nkosi mu ntama but Paul Amantem why nyoma so enti de bia na ye ka Men get too temperamental. Don't men get too emotional. With music, you can't carry your emotions from home to do music. Don't do that. A cassette keke. Senka cassette kame betina he nkama cassette. Ba uni cassette. Yeah, cassette musicians are Grammys recognize cassette or cassette. Oko makes one friend cassette. Uni cassette. And don't be angry. Don't insult people. Don't no. 2019 a year omuye ne Ghana VGM was a day. To date, yanka se obi ewini. What's we wini? Obi aso no nko ye. Because me tell me no to. Me nyuma me to no a different air level. But also 2019 yanka se obi ewini. What's we wini? Obi ano nko. Ese fa. Stone. 2019 VGM Ghana munjai Stone dia mo farmer Stone. But Grammys ne dia uhia cassette ansa na wabem cassette ankasa. Uni cassette o. Stone. General Marcus. No cassette. Udim General Marcus. Terrible nchaka. Omu nyina no more cassette. Cassette record na na for mo. Na by mistake na cassette ne tia uhia selection. Anase uhia eye fufu na wate kakra na dia fa ho no. So uni cassette. Relax. Oh, you're a good musician. I like you. You are one of those young people who have come up. While rising through the ranks, it's beautiful. But you don't have a cassette. Understand that. Because time at Delta Force buy and a cassette to say, "Who the shade Delta Force kekra." So time I not ye share a snake in the monkey shadow and a cassette. Ye the shame kekra. Okay, I trust my leg and on a cassette. When you vintage music into all kind of vintage movies you better classify them under a box a Hollywood a cassette. Oh yeah, no the shame kekra. Into that time as our boys we buy a Santana Fantana a Fantana. Bandana mobile no. Satana cassette. Satana almost recognize a cassette. It is Stone. I feel say don't let people piss you off. Let this be an encouragement. It should be something that encourages you to do more. A day will come. Yababo Udiaka say, digital musicians na Stone count F. But yaka cassette there depend shame na say no. They tia el chair unya but say now we tape no now bobo and some say their tomb now we cassette no ubiemu mienu na say that na unibi one record bi and editing and you say auto tune in him straightforward. We are the boss man almighty of Rimakumem Namribo. Sa keke kabobo a natural voice so and on unni sa de be a raw talent. And uncle a papa Yangsimo and a AB Krenzel and a George Dacon Charles Samoa. And a sound a cassette ding and no inti Stone. I like you. You're a nice guy. Your wife did a good job by doing homework for you to get a Game Pass certificate, but don't be too emotional. Stoneboy fans, time. I love you guys, and let's recognize their greatness. And with all due respect, this guy represents greatness. Shatawale, he has done his part. Yeka Ghana music or a veteran womb. Please, let's respect greatness, and we will all help build the other artists like your artists. Mama nye emotional, and ya datem Didier and Kevin Taylor time Stone me dono. So let's respect greatness. Why? I didn't United Stone. Uni cassette. Or cassette and academic kamenka. But what the main thing is you don't have cassette. Because almost Osha cassette. So we steady cassette, Osha ye pa na say we need to format. You can see, say, it takes a lot before you can get to cassette level. Also, cassette, no, and you obiana obet me shiano, emana sorry say, oh, my record cassette amount, kokobo edding. Unia engineers are, Oma imagine say, Omo person boao, Omo person sebiuno. Omo ye bibi boa eye okariano. Into cassette, they are very unique. Into one musician or cassette, you need to give that musician that recognition, not some musician, and so etias. So, Stone uni cassette and dear. As much as I love you and I no homo please. As much as I like you as a musician, Sankawo cassette dia. But cassette dia unibi. Uni cassette on to me Grammys. As simple as that. Let's recognize greatness. Shatawale and the other guys who have been mentioned our Grammys, they are people who deserve it. Mama Yebunfu, Mummy and Stone, I love you and I know you love me back. No homo. Stone, uni cassette.
Afineng be fair now. Send me out Ramiasa. Fair, she still anya. Bandana from Ghana. Afineng be fair now. Send me out Ramiasa.
Bandana. Ale chopodo. Diabla. But we. And a boo, you move. I'm telling me. Give me way. Come in here.
Bandana from Ghana, African and the fan, you be all down, Ramesa. Bandana from Ghana, African and the fan, you be all down, Ramesa. Bandana from Ghana, African and the fan, you be all down, Ramesa.
Don't sumo cocoon so why you fight the here passashi she has you more buy it I want a day and a woman I can full up on the wall and I'm what you were here kemba watch that Michael me kemba when I see mene boko ho you can get people probably a friend more oh lo mo abe kambo kulaka yeah for me share watch a she obebe beboni pasa moshi look at them look at them
Bandana from Ghana boko tiny tell the people we have a blow.
Fuck a contact, probably a friend of mine. What will find? I'll let you know.
Bandana from Ghana, African and the fan. You be all down, Ramesa. Bandana from Ghana, African and the fan.
Bandana from Ghana, Mokoho. I. Osha bandana me nima. I saw onani sumi Uzbekistan. Bloggers muncha hodum kwana mfanga Kevin Taylor insult Shatawale. They say Osha Shatawale nim sa nyu mu a. I saw onani Sudi onani sumi France. Akweni moding bawa bre. Edumbe bi kona Shatali tri wimfu ai opeso e dreads na dread wimfu e kom go be kakra pe kakra e na de da no that kakra to so no akoda he Shatawa bre Shatawale edumbe bi no opeso fu dread na dread wimfu a chenchene ayese yi aponchi bi ni de 2023 ho e kom de Shata eye de half nutritional student onye balance diet ni akwa bre Shata ni na muwuram Bandana from Messi, you found a kid to enter dance hall. Shatawale, you are a legend. I say dance hall there. What will be an anuswa what to dance order? Coco he be around the world. Tingalingaling. Hey, all be true. Some be lie. You don't call me. Maybe say, oh yeah, remix of this song for me, Shatawale. I will pay for the video. Ain't I want Shatawale to do a remix of Mokuho, and I will pay for that. Shatta, I want Tiny in the song. A man no woman nyina me hi o mo wabɔ mere wakɔ akɔfo mo bra ai a man nyina akɔhwɛ mo bra na fo mo music dim enti esia no I want you Shatawale to do a remix of Mokoho. Hey ready Shatta bre Now ocean ade bi na ade bi hye ne ha unim say kako shata so but na say make nice guy oh na say me show picture bi say why nice we say na girls feel you akwa na what time papa but money they change things oh why a nice guy Charles Niama Mensa she ni bi da so engrani kakra oya woni kakra Charles Niama Mensa okọ school ground na school dem and a Charles Niama medin atoto to man why wakoye cassette then the Grammys for recognizing that most of the here Charles ni na Shantana evidence Shatawale Apantine ai na Pantine I say ori adwe but Shatta our talent moko ochina dopa obefre be the them I go insult you Shatawale is a legend. All right, let's take care of business. Mr. S, show me one nice Shatawale picture na me share there. Sika pa so to me, hey, mama share there. Mr. S, do you have a nice picture of Shatawale? Me person share there. Because Sika money can stop nonsense bao. She Shatawale just say, and when fresh have a picture not inside and hey, going. Shatawale. The come here dinner na the thing you grant to me fu. Shatawale aqua bre. Mr. S, do you have a nice picture of Shatawale? Because aquano sibia. Me show video na my record about woman, but they say why nice bao. Money can do things bao. Hey, Shatawale. Mr. S, how do they find some of the pictures? Oh, maybe some share Shatawale sibia why nice no. Cause boy minimum no. Aquano come here the nache. E bre pa e fre bre. Aqua bre. I can't. Now it the same Shatawale no. Shatawale. Shatawale. Mr. do you have a picture for me? Mr. if you don't have a picture for me, okay, then I'll move on. But I saw one be boom Rasta na Shatawale into me funa na ayese ponchibini na oh yeah Jantana from Ghana bandana from Rasta no and the Shatawale to my arm and nice my see no Shatawo or hairline ya de hey Shatawale hey nipa pa to Mrs. So Shende Shatawale what me unity ni atoa no the yomo kakra fam na owi Shatawale no ni wi bia e kom or she tries to not than to adentra or so to fista oboa come dino but God being so good Shatawale is a nice guy today. Shatawale don't all be true you're a legend. Right now, legend, they are not going to do me anything. So as you be legend, they cannot do me anything. Leave me and let me do what I want to do. Mr. S, you got me a picture of Shatta. Shatta big fire. Mr. Shatta, then you come fu. Aqua comedy aqua. Just say, oje go beka kra, no aje peka kra. O we are now a toko suaba ako, and son of the bakwa to suno akoda. And the Shatta, otiminante, na wacheska. Sika, money can stop nonsense. Shatta make nice, oh. Shatawale, look at Shatawale again. Hey, Shatawale. Hey. Just say, was saying a hairline. First, don't need hairline, po. The thing you rough. Shatta, God bless you. Namie wallahi Shatta. Wallahi talai. Hey, Namie I think the papa be a we ain't Namie no. Hey, Shatta. Now you say when your hairline na shall be on someone first, but we Shatta and someone. I saw Tom Koleba. Otimifa girl no I can say, oh hello. I say, hey, why is your finger so hard? As I say, Shatta's fingers are so smooth. Nisan getting Shatta, Shatta somehow. So if today Shatta they enjoy, allow Shatta to enjoy any part. All right, like guys, let's do this. Let's take care of business. He will call me tonight and insult me, but still, I never come to the pen and say he doesn't take anything as big deal. And that's the only thing I want Stonebwoy to learn. And no, Stonebwoy is a great musician. I love him. He's a great talent. Watre, maybe Ostatian, maybe would do. He's been able to sell himself, and you need to work hard to get to that point. And with that, with his trade, I'll not take it away from him. Very good musician. I'm not going to lie to you. Very eloquent musician, or a consistent, or born in your mouth to say he puts in work. But there's one thing he needs to learn. He needs to understand what is humor. He needs to understand what is a joke. He needs to be able to take those things. That is the maturity of Shatawale. Shatawale has gotten to that point whereby he doesn't take anything as a big deal. He likes to live his life the way it is. And he doesn't make a small catcher and then it becomes something like Ochina. No. That's how it is. It's a even crowd over than heat one day. You need to have that room as a musician. That room somewhere to take these kind of jokes. If you can't take adult joke, if you cannot take a little humor, then your career, it's very difficult for you to go far. Because those Jay-Z's and those people you see there and the Rihanna's you want to, when they are in studios and stuff, they have very strong, very adult jokes, hard jokes, ding, but they take it because you need to be mature to do this. So let's do this. When you grow in an industry, you should be able to soak. Me, when I started my journalism, at a point, people were all over the place. Bloggers, people making numbers. They are all over me, Kevin Taylor. And if you remember, a year or 2 or 3, 4 years ago, I was responding to everything. And when you mature in a trade, you get to know, say, it gets to that point where people want to ride on you, what you have been able to build to become people. Until you don't really, and you be responded to. But sometimes, some of the things you should make a joke out of it because you are in the industry that is filled with people with different characters, different humor, a sense of whatever, So there are people with sense of humor whereby Stone, just learn that. You are a great musician. Trust me. You are a great musician. Fine, you are not in the list of Grammys, but just add this to this. When you add that, you'll be good. Trust me. You'll be good. People will accommodate you. You'll be happy yourself. It looks like you are uptight too much. I just say you are trying to build something that is not there. Like I'm not talking about your trade, your talent, but you want to just be yourself. You are a happily married man. You have your kids, but when it comes to you are too uptight. Relax. Joke with people. Through jokes, Grandpa, you can come out with content and sing and people. That's what you need to do. I like you. I don't hate you. So baby, I'll say hello to you. If you don't say hello, I don't care because you're my friend. But I'm giving you a friendly advice. You are too uptight. Relax. Okay, relax. Relax, Ibu. It's just music. It's just an entertainment. Just relax. Don't make it too. Just relax. Sometimes be open to just relax. Okay, all right. You are too uptight, please. Why I say Italian soldier? You need to. I respect you. You're a good musician. I love you. Trust me. But you are too uptight. I say we need industry. That is the problem. That is the happiness Shatta is getting. Maybe Obiawo the downside, but when it comes to Shatta, the happiness he gets in this, he's been able to create some hole in the life for humor. And if you're able to do that, you'll be able to at least. Through that, Grandpa, you create a lot of things that you were not even thinking of creating. You are too uptight, Stone. Yeah, you are too uptight. When it comes to the States, there are so many people, big celebrities. Look at Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg are bigger than any musician in Ghana, but Snoop Dogg is so relaxed. He's so relaxed because he understands this trade. He has been there. At the point, Snoop Dogg, he was very aggressive in his rap and all that. Now, he has opened some space and knows that humor is part of this. So you are too uptight. I know your wife will talk to you. Relax. Entertainment should, music should make you more, All right, now let's take I'm not saying Shatta Wale is Jesus. So didn't kwasi asem debia. I tell him in kwasi asem odia na makaje so. No. Sometimes he fools himself. He says some things he's not supposed to say. And that is his negative. And it's the right thing. Sometimes we tell him. Sometimes he goes overboard and do some foolish things. I talk to him and they say, hey, this thing be nonsense. Don't do it. You, this thing, foolish thing you are doing. He's a guy. He understands. Sometimes he needs to move away from there. Obianya perfect to her. You are a very nice person, Stone. I like you. But you are too uptight. Maintain. Just relax. Let your level come down. All right, my barrier, the Stone Boy supporters who can see me, Mama, when you take that very strong, dark breath and it goes through the system, listen, Stone Boy supporters, we are all from where you people know we are from. When you take a sip, when you take an inhale of that small thing, of that dark breath, the Babylon breath that comes with humor, let it go through. Let it sink. Let it relax your lungs. Let the world be in you. That was the freedom Bob Marley used. Let the green guide us. Let us love each other. Let us relax. Stone supporters, we are too tight. In Temasana, when you take the dark air breath and it goes into you, it is stuck. You don't say, Mochi adenukra mumfili. Shatta Wale fans no, or Mochi pe, both of my relax. Munya would say, Mungumu bre, Munguma brabum, Mungumu vensim. In Tentina de Biano, I say, Anamunano, ya twe ade na ya na ejina ha. I was say ade so etumi core system nim enante system nim. You get it? And it's when you're relaxed, only human be a ochi na ejina ha today be obu of hey, we don't understand. More you're too tight, more you're uptight, more relaxed. The kasana me makana moti ase code ni nyina moti ase. When you sip it, when you sip the dark humor, when you sip the dark breath, it needs to enter the heart, it needs to enter the soul. It needs to enter all your veins. It needs to keep you calm. So we are uptight and ko baby and jina ha de bia wo muna hey we don't go start. Hey, why they talk like this? Hey, we don't do anything. Hey, wanna stop? And yes, sana, you don't allow the natural mystic that has to blow through the air. The natural mystic stays stuck. And when it stays for a long time, it enters here. So more relax, you are too tight. Stone, relax and let your supporters relax. Because I am relaxed. Let us all relax and take a deep breath. The dark, strong, deep breath. It will go through our system like the natural mystic that is blowing through the air. And when it does that, it will make you understand the world. Beam! All right, Jack. Oh, Lord. We are about to start the show.
Oh, Lord. And what is my house that you have brought me this far? Hallelujah be to the resurrected Lord. May we speak like David spoke. What are we? A simple West African poor country that God will bring us thus far when this cathedral is built and we dedicate it to the memory of Elohim and to the worship of Elohim. That's what we will say. Who are we? A silly, dirty country in West Africa, ignorant, that the Lord will take us and change us and make us a global story. These things happen spiritually. It doesn't happen by economics from Harvard. It doesn't. Jeffrey Sachs has been talking to African countries. What has happened? Nothing has changed. He talk. Nothing has changed. It's not about economics. It is understanding.
Myself, I go make up, and I never give up. I stay strong, so I focus to that day come. And all my money I take go bank. I tell myself I go make up, and I never give up. I stay strong. Pull up, bamba play. You ever tell yourself say you go make up? Come off a road because this guy you see no get breaking bad. We just live because we never know reach that poor dad. Them say like they want many enemy. We come back. If I for thank somebody, I go thank me first, yeah man. Because I tell myself I go make up, and I never give up, I stay strong. So I focus till that day come, and all my money I take go bank. I tell myself I go make up, and I never give up, I stay strong. So I focus till that day come. And all my all right. Pull up. Pa. All right, Mr. S, I'm out. I'm sorry, Mr. S, I'm out. Mr. S, I'm out. Stream is going to break. We are very, very sorry. If the stream breaks, it's going to come back in about 5 minutes. We are getting copyright strikes. I'm so sorry. Shatawale, okay? Obulwa, music, copyright strike for my YouTube channel. Stop that nonsense, Shatawale. Release song without copyright instructions, Obulwa. A release song, no copyright strike. Shatawale, stop adding copyright nonsense to your music. All right, Shatta, I'll call you. All right, now there's something we need to discuss, and it's got to do with. Thank you, Mr. S. It's got to do with It's got to do with this. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has spoken, and Waka Assembly. And Asamna Wakano, yeba behu the reality behind Asama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and now Bobrisky Aka. Now Bobrisky Bawumia Aka Asembi. Ghana political Bobrisky Mahmoud Bawumia say a vote for me to be president will open more doors for Muslims and Zongo dwellers. Or say, Sawotu Abamana oni munkremufo sebi otitiri Zongo fo na ekasa. Oso uye Zongo ni, uye nkremoni, uye Muslimini na wotu abamana. Ebema sebio mu amuti Zongo no. Mu sebio mu ye nkremofo amuti Zongo no. Ebe bie kwanya mamo. Bobrisky Bawumia ena aka sa asem we. Now, as somewhere about Bawumia, sometimes you ask yourself, say, so because some say, you listen to the person, no busa say, na nipa no edie na waye, edie na wachre, actually say he thinks about people zongo. Because it is looking like Mahamudu Bawumia is just lying to Ayeni Nyanum Kremufo. He's just lying to people who live in our zongos. He's lying to Muslims. Sebio omo epe nipebi okano kre edi nechi. Bawumia consistently no one ne yere any MPP for. They have never respected our brothers and sisters in the zongos. In fact, some person who say Bawumia embu zongo ana ombu Kremufo in general. Time a MPP aban ba so ka kire say Bawumia ko gina sirem no ka kire ni nuanom inkremufo ka kire ni nuanom siremufo say oye nkremoni siremuni ntina abozege sebio okpo ekufuado eyi no say omeboa no. Bawumia went to the north 2013, 14, 15, 16. He told the people in Zongo say mo die montuma me every say me zongo ni me nkremoni me die me ne mo ye asori baako me ko hwa mo hi asem be me hi asem. NPP for da nkremu for catch them say omni bibi afa Zongo Development Fund eba. Na sa Zongo Development Fund no eno na ebe sakira Zongo ewo Ghana nyina. Sa Development Fund no Mahamudu Bawumia ka kire Chief Imam o ka kire Ahmadiyya penifo o ka kire kremofo different den groups omo Ghana omo nyina no otumi dada omo nyina ka kire mo say se motuma me Bawumia ene den achichide we efe Kufuado a meba power Zongo Development Fund no ye de ba be siesie Zongo sebio Ghana na yete no aban ba aban ko eba when aban was looking at Zongo critically about social developmental issues. Majority of the time, I can say on authority say, aban bebraba, they have somehow neglected the Zongos. In Tiedrusa point, Bawumia can be beaching in Yanum Kremufo say Obenya power as vice president, the priority. First one, NSA obesisa Zongo abrabo, obesisa nipa omuti Zongo, obesisa teacher for sebiomi Arabic teachers, obesisa Zongo for etibrim, and I say how they live, their living situation or condition. Into omoba no muti bibi friend Zongo Development Fund. Now Zongo Development Fund the end of the year. What happened was omuti Zongo Development Fund nu no, and Bawumia de dada impenifo nin kremufo penifo din kremufo enim. Eka kire mo say sa fund we die eno na odeba be den odeba be sakra Zongo na oma start aban 2017 ti bibia be koso endi nansa endi nanan na Zongo Development Fund no obugu no sika na omde kotu mu no ma meka bibi nkire mo se eka se funda eye sikatuo anase sikapuduo bi ayetam a yedi tu baby asa sika no o se yedi djuma bi asa djuma na yedi kodi no sebio yenya ho mfaso direct ebeche anase bi okrampo ayenya ho ebi wa ebeche I'm sorry ebeche to the point say ebedrum baby krampo a yenya ho mfaso immediately it will take long inti Bawumia ene Kufuado mo. What they did was that they actually used Zongo for no be a fund. Omu be a fund no and a sike dem no mu die. Mustafa Hamid. Sa eye akwana nenim kokko o se ono or the incremusum ne be politics and no de ko to ano. Mustafa Hamid is o incremuni okọ eye juma every Friday. Yatam sika pudio ekoto Zongo Development Fund. Question and say sa fund no ekosi sen omoji tumi wie no Bawumia hu se sebio ye nuanom Zongo fo no we use omode agi tumi no eno mu gu fund no eno mu diska no ebe sinde no development has gone to Zongo. In fact uhwe NPP manifesto ma Bawumia so na troya there's no significant contribution omadwene kwambo so omode beko Zongo. Mahamudu Bawumia everything about Zongo no afterthought. You can say afterthought. Wadwene ne nyoma nyina ho awie. Watoto ne nyoma nyina awie. O say kwase for afekura no masema be simitrim. Ene fe na afterthought. It is out to say Mahamudu Bawumia eka inkremofo asem anase oka Zongo asem a na adwene bi a eni ne tirimo o hia inkremofo na oka inkremofo. Intende after Zongo Development Fund omugi sika pudio millions of dollars edi ye no Mahamudu Bawumia saba biem opetumi ema wasako ye nuanom inkremufo Zongo say montuma me na motuma me a ye bebie kwan ama de inkremufo ni Zongo fo. This is Mahamudu Bawumia. Now, my mention DB. So I was about me a trophy. Yet Ghana Hana Baumia vice president. As some way see Mbrantian son ewo zongo ye bomu to pay. Chairman won to me and the ladies are police operations and omuku zongo for 7. Because na chairman won to me galamsey. And na Mbrantia no almost afa zongo for Mbrantia dada almost say nkonko stop it chairman won to me enkofo bi bana sase so and osama police for egada omo no bomu tuo zongo for Mbrantia son they were murdered. Ting omuku omu nyina they wasted them. Sam Mbrantia we omuku omo no Sam Brantie we nyina MPP fo a sebi obi beka say they had kids, they had husbands, wives, they had friends, they have family members. The most interesting thing is say Zongo 7 ye ku omu nyina no mo ye MPP fo Mbrantie. Mahmoud Baumia and Asebio oni omuti MPP ma omu nim ne yere. For almost 8 years ebe sinde Mahmoud Baumia has refused to speak on Zongo 7. He has refused to say sa police for bo zongo Mbrantia nsu nyina to ekuomo no why refusing to insist say the final investigation report no we yi me yatwini paso ebesinne. But Baumia power. Mahmoud Baumia wants to fool our Muslim brothers and sisters again. Ojin said you were 2014. Ojin said you were 2015. So he's back again. And he's telling them, say, I was Semotumaya, but government discovered 7 Zongo youth killed by police were innocent. After a bomb in a and I buy back a say, Sam Brantiana, Omia Zongo Brantiano, and so Omunina no mu enika, no Omunya Omundi Bonnet, Omia Brantia, Nanko Somatnasa Siwiso, where ya Baumia buying. Remember, police for Bobutuno. Head and Mahmoud Baumia and the head of the police council. Dampare or instructions if you Baumia ho. So we nima. Until Baumia can demand, Baumia can insist, say he needs that investigations and report to know who actually committed this crime and if they have been prosecuted. And I say, face firing squad, whatever. Mahmoud Baumia stayed away from the matter. Unim there, yeah. Zongo for 7 years bomu tu no nyina ye MPP 4. Omo ye nkremu 4 mo ye MPP 4 ba omi ahwe me ku omu nyina. Now, after you ku Zongo 7 no, the report that were coming out. Omo wie na ba Mahmoud Baumia any MPP 4 say omo tam sika e de akoma ebusuafo na omo ku omo mba ne say e de apatamu. So you check 2019. Families receive 1.750 million over killings of 7 Asawasi youth. Omuko Kumasi Asawasi, Mbrantia nso omu bomu tu. Baumia nka ho asem, Ekufuor nka ho asem. The NPP government stayed away. Omu ye no msi zongo for de sebi omunje mwejimi. Mo mama mbema na yeku omu na omuja eyerenom, omuja emano. Their life no, it is not important. Munji sikankodi. Inti NPP aban esa ko eye Asawasi. Ekotam sikama say sa nipa na omowu no omunwu nko na munji sikandi. That is Mahmoud Baumia's government. Now you see the reality. Now unim dia yawa se we mu nyina ma menkyerɛw. These are the men who were killed. Zongo fo eku omo no omunie. And they are NPP members. So this is Jogate. The MC Ali Dusedu. Akwana Oshemfimfi no sebio wahwe ne nkwaye na Abdul Haman omo boni tuo Hanan omo boni tuo ku no omo ye MPP4 card bearing members omo seti omo app no ku omo in this obika cho say Zongo 7 no na omo nye MPP4 a oboa omo ye MPP4 a omo ne Baumia ene Ekufuor mo anante omo ne chairman wuntumi anante into wo Jogate ene abrante na omo Oshemfimfi no de Oshemfimfi no ye frɛ no eye Abdul Hanan omo ku na to atwene the MC onim ono so your friend Ali Dusedu omunim sa branch with till date. Mahmoud Baumia has not said anything about it. My information is that each family got 250,000 Ghana cedis. That's old Ghana cedis, 2.5 billion. So what they did is almost time sikari no moko 7 families no so be 2.5 billion old Ghana as 7 suncha. the NPP led by Bawumia, they led the murdering of these young men. This is Jogate. This is the MC. Omune Eye Abdul Hanan. Omukuno. Ya. Let me enlarge the picture for you. Any Senebeya, you understand. Abrati Roshen Finfino or your MPP ni not Yasawasi. NPP for bone Timutu. Omukune Totune. Mahamudu Bawumia can be seen there. Mahamudu Bawumia and there was his own go for 1 2 man and on some bra. And or catch that yen you crebo for say or yen cremoni to man obese sa bra or brana or sanenie or bomu to okuomo. He has refused to speak on it. Now, Mamen Chiramo, Zongo 7 no, only 4 MPP members. You see these guys? These are guys MC, MPP, MC, no, on Abdul Hanan ni. It is not to say Abdul Hanan no on MPP new or ye MPP ni. On the MPP for MC in a nam. These people, they killed Abdul Hanan. Zongoni Abrantia Wasawase. Where is the committee report? Ebesinde, Yehu committee report. Bawumia and the head of the police council. And they were done in Hokache Zongo for say, Monfa to me, mame, na membo who bang. Yen you anum intafo in Srimufo, Kribufon son. Ya bomb you to waste your life. Went to me and Kabibi after 8 years. Today you are back to tell us to say, Yentam to me, maun. I didn't know yentam to me, maun. Why? Why should we do that? Me yanko enim. Me chiramo de oho yan kreti bibia mamo. Abdul Hanan no Osani on a regional minister. Me chiramo. I'm showing you some ranting kuom no me MPP boys. Omo ye nkremofo ba omia knows chema to minim am set your paprom kuom because they felt to say they didn't want those boys to live in Asawase. Ejuma or some de omo yeri enum kuom nyina. So we should not see Bawumia say obia or dwene nkremofo or what any good idea or intentions. Now, so calculate now check adia gofo we are here. Abdul Hanan on Samira Bawumia. They are NPP boys. Oh. And they didn't just put one bullet in them. About 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 10. Almost sunny bullet bear 7 gun koranimu. This is Samira Bawumia and the same Abdul Hanan. Abdul Hanan, you born to or Kazongo 7 on now or your MPP card bearing member. Omonomode Bawumia and then a echo campaign was antimemu asawase and me to Abama. This is Samira and Hanan. Entire then and there, Bawumia to on to me my own the report. Who and who? Why na ya chinason? The NPP is dangerous. Bawumia is dangerous. Bawumia onwuni who so ekrenu or enkremoni or munafiki. Or a solid munafiki or American Muslim. Bawumia or you preko or them no akajo so on you preko or no preko nkwan. Ne yire Samira oni Hanan ni. Enti mumusa ngo say den omuka say Zongo 7 omunimomo. Samira and the crew they've not spoken about the killings of the Zongo 7. Mumusa say why? Because they don't care. Because Omjin says Zongo fu ejimi. Bawumia jin say nkremofo ejimi wo Ghana. Bawumia jin say nkremofo na odada omo still omo ejimi. Anything and obejira bodin say momma me to me. Na me ba eye de Zongo si nyina be better. Bawumia ene ne yire ene MPP. They have murdered 7 young men. They killed them cold-blooded. Pay. Obiaji about 3 to 4 bullets. Omu trim, omu body, omu titi omu. This is how. Look at this. You see, Assembly C, you know, Ghana Police Service, Mahmoud Bawumia, and a chair the police council. No, police officers involved in the Asawase killings still under investigations. 2019. Your bong brand any to kuomu no, and police for Bekatre say police for no mudisa jumano. They are still under investigations. Akwesi saying. Bawumia and a head police council. Anytime you busa simple questions, me mental biao. Deɛ wayɛ ɛne yɛde bɛkyerɛ wo. Police officers involved in Asawase killings still under investigations. Saa police officers no ɔmo wɛn. Mahmoud Bawumia gya asɛm wɔ ato ɛsa bɛka kyerɛ zongofoɔ sɛ mundi mɛkyina mo mam tumi yɛku nipa 7 2019 yɛwɔ 2024 yɛkɔ 2025 still under investigations. Bawumia is back to disrespect the chief imam. Bawumia is back to disrespect the Ahmadiyya people. Bawumia is back to disrespect Northerners and Muslims. Bawumia does not respect the Islamic religion. Mahamudu Bawumia does not respect the Islamic religion. Inti Yebusa say, today Bawumia has come to the Zongo community telling them, say, Omonsanko Tuabamano. Now, what is the assurance say Tuabama Bawumia? He will not kill 20 people and act as if he does not know. A simple question. Besides, you have something for me? So, these are the things. Now, how they be my mention idea. So, police for Buku Zongo 7 ever seen the investigations about Bawumia see me. Yawa imam for Zongo sa Bawumia ba no mu di Bawumia nim. Allah. Wallahi, Allah, the merciful. Allah, the omnipotent. Allah, the gracious. Allah, the beginning and Allah, the end. Allah, who knows the beginning of every man and knows the end of every man. I swear to God, Allah will punish any imam who knows about this and decides to say, Bawumia, let me lead you into a Zongo community to convince Yenuanum Kremufo to vote for you. Allah. And there's one thing I know. Irrespective of your religion, there's one Allah. And there's one Allah who has the final say. Any imam, obedi Bawumia chi, say, onina odi Bawumia nim ewura eye masalachi, akwa campaign, akwa dada eye Yenuanum edian Muslims, say omontuma Bawumia, Allah in his own wisdom. Sawo imam na unim sa die we, on insisted say Bawumia emfa Allah in his own wisdom will strike you in the mosque. Onyankopon or daring. God is daring, but God is patient. Onyankopon the thing where dinche will be. There's one thing about God, majority of you people don't know. God is wicked. But the reason why God's wickedness does not show is because his mercies sometimes overflow over his wickedness. And it's all studied the Old Testament. God shows his true colors in the Old Testament. And if the New Testament is something to go by, you understand God has been merciful on man. And it means God has two sides. He can decide to show it today. And when you are very spiritually inclined, when you go back to look at or read the history of God, you understand God is a very wicked man. But for some reason, he decides to allow his mercies to take lead in every decision he takes. And he said, Oma Onyankopon, the mercies na debiano overflow the wickedness. No, if you make God decide to withdraw that mercy, now show the wickedness, you cannot stand God's wickedness. And that is the advantage we, Christians and Muslims, have taken advantage of. That is where we think God's weakness is. God is not weak. God is merciful and patient. Inti mo amoyen kremofo no, you are not smart. It is the mercies and the favor of God. When you pray to God, pray for one, God's mercies, God's favor, and sanwa bompaya ma ho. If the favor of God, onyankopon you through so, you'll be shocked. And you don't think anytime I can say mo imam for the bina mo she Quran e chia mo di din kwasi asem ozongo so no. Allah, he has time for every man. You know this, every one of you is quiet. Every single one of you. But Unibibi, let me show you something. All right, I'll look at it. Now, the same police for no, these are the names of the police officers interdicted, including the following. Or include the following. Police for omoko bo tuo ekun zongo 7 omu nyina nie. Yemusa so omo wehe. They killed the Zongo 7. Mumusa dampare, mumusa baumia, oba zongwa. Na moji mike na eye impenifori bina moso so baumia kwa siyasem so no. More young people now, your life is at stake. No moji mike mo se Mahamudu baumia uye nkriboni ye zongo ni. Se wo uhuni paniye no. Sa police for we edie ne to mo. You mention the names and you question him. Eno na onyankopon etiasye. Sa breakthrough now open because you are doing the work of God. Yetna eye masalachi, yetna zongos. Na ye nimnokure no. These policemen omo. Number 1, DSP Edward Boateng owehe. Is he still in the police force? Has he been arrested? Has he been prosecuted? Or he's still working? We are talking about Inspector Michael Apia owehe. We are talking about Sergeant Eric Fofie. We can also see Sergeant Anthony Yankee, Sergeant Prince Imperi, Yabeko Sergeant Frank Esel, Sergeant Williams Albert Davidson, Corporal Edward Ba, Corporal Kwame Anoche, Corporal Emmanuel Turkey, Lance Corporal Samuel Atafi, Yawa Lance Corporal Mabel Adoboli, Yawa Lance Corporal Ijon Jonathan. Ye busasa sa police for we nyina wen. Your Lance Corporal Jonas Kentinka. Your GCS, I don't know. Eya Imano Papa Awoche. Your GC2. Eya Samuel Opoku Mensa. Your PWGC2. Eya Tesi Afuakwa. And your Corporal Frederick Echampon. And your GC2 Bright Anopansu. Sa police for we, let me split them here. Sa police for we, omunyina mumbusa baumia MPP say, omuweng. How far with the investigations? And these same people are back to tell you, say, vote for Baumia. Baumia say, I love Zongo. You are my people. I want to change your lives. I want better life for you. Mumbusa Baumia say, Sa police for we, they are still in the Ghana Police Service. They are withdrawing their salaries. They are enjoying all the perks. Zongo for me and Kribufon son ya bomu tu Baumia is fine with it. Today he thinks yenu anumun Kribufo ya mwa. Baumia is dangerous. Obibasia, you see, none of them are Northerners. Yeah, the names I mentioned, 10 EBN. Oh, 10 EB or a edina me bo mu 10 EB ya small mu no mo bonta for two because MPP no mo hunta for say mumu bi sebio mumu bi inkribufo no sebio magimi. That's how the MPP see mami ka even show say na we 10 wo Ghana we inkribodi wo Ghana now jin say MPP dwene ho a with all due respect why dwene wo form me say, and these are things people cannot say in Ghana me na metumaka. Me say we are teni and now we nkrimuni and now we a siremuni. Now I will say the NPP sa pathway is thinking about you. Say omo dwene wo ho a why dwene na wo form kakra. There in way Edia Zongo 7 no. The next time omebo be 62 60 omeku omato atwene they waste them. But you see, we are here to enlighten you people, to open your horizon, to let you understand. So, all kind of Quran, not kind Bible, you're different. You're the same people. Different directions, but it ends up in front of Allah. He's merciful. And we are not different people. We need to think as humans. Oye nkremoni nkyerɛ sɛ oye nipa kyɛ me oye Kristo nkyerɛ sɛ oye nipa kyɛ nkremoni oye ayebia osombosom. At the end of the day we need to ask the fundamental questions. The people we are voting into power, our principle, our adwuma pa ne deɛn is to protect us. And you say ato aba ma ban na ya sa ato aba ma nkremoni na se abon nkremofo nsutuo na nkremoni na ntumi ndefendi am ye hu no kure na sa nkremoni no oye munafiki also nim preko neda. Forget about your feelings for a political party. Nasika omudi unibindi. Forget being too attached to MPP. 8 years ni unya 1,000 grandi and kwasia manso na watching. Kwasia debate. Kwasia yi still a watching. 8 years ni forget. Attachment no manembra from na use wagene. Amanfo ni momentum was already MPP ni pa. And so since Ekufuor about power, obieni wa wenye sika chen no. Into MPP na wudi echi ekeka kwasia se no faso be na also. Yen nyina ti area ha, you don't net the same parliament. You don't net the same aduani di. Since MPP ba ya unkreboni, Muslimi, Zongoni, de bia betena parliament. Didi nkofo atem so omo tan MPP no. Omo ani omo to a, omo ka jo se MPP ni nye no. Omo abra ba okoso chen. Na we just so we Jimmy for Quran na wo kan no won ti ase. Quran ema nyansa, ebie nipa adwenim, ema obusa nsem, ema shape your life. Where the MPP 8 years, Oda Huti Zongo, Manson, Dini Patem, Emma Omo Amokacho, MPP Nino, Oma Brabo, Koso Channel, Omo Hokrano Kobobisia, where Jimmy? We are chin. I want to tell you people, until I'm starting free Srono, Mahamudu Bawumia is a liar. On Kanokre, Bawumia deep down, Ombun he does not even see himself as a Muslim. Bawumia and Neyere, they are using Nkremufo just for power. They don't care. But because if Bawumia cares, and Kazongo 7-7, kwa come wasem. Now, Mahmoud Bawumia and John Mahama can't simbi. Mahama somehow cannot say. Mr. S, I beg, don't block people. Let them. Sorry. I'm so sorry. The dynamic can say Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia aka sembi. Ena Mahamadu John Mahama a responding no. Bawumia ehia Ghana for oka say Ghana does not need a reset. Ghana needs an upgrade. John Mahama say, you Angasa Bawumia, you have told us. Say a chrono Angasa the fundamentals no when they are weak, it means a chrono has collapsed. Now say chrono collapse here. Then now we are there who upgrade the chrono. You first need to reset it. John Mahama can say opeso and simple Bawumia. So car engine break it down. Do you upgrade it or you reset it? O sa de come yes I ye e manage na so na say oka say sa engine we ye upgrade no. Uchi 1.8 engine. And engine na uchi no car engine 1.8. And engine no asay. O de koma mechanic na the obeka cha say me engine dey say atwitwi mu ejeke engine no overheated dodo engine no ebia there are some things we are say ejuma enti there na wo say mechanic ne ye because the issue is enye car bi e dey call mechanic ejumam and ye to engine fufuro. The job of the mechanic is to make sure that engine works again. So the mechanic needs to go back to the fundamentals and make sure shocks ni ejuma goes to the fundamental and make sure say oil na e flow mu engine mu no is it flowing through the right channels. Adentina engine ejeke, adena engine is smoky. So the mechanic will have to go back and reset the engine. Or say osa koshe engine no. Na okoshe bebia engine no e start free no say engine no obetuma den asa correct mistakes no. Into the car engine ko car shopper. na el problema the fitani no ana mechanic no the oil ne say osa refix it until you reset the engine. Plate ni bi wo ha na chia ebia shocks ni bi wo ha NCA ebia there are some things are shifty into emma the engine no and blow to say ana enye dwuma se bia el say thank you overhauling into the overhauling no so the ba common sense application ma you are resetting the engine. And so be the 1.8 engine ba o car or shop no I can say overhaul the engine or reset the engine or say shani engine ye na tene no ansa na wasade esi den ekwan so say ekọ. Now because another one say with the phone ekọ phone dealer wa phone dealer no kwa wo ka kire say boss me phone we dey iPhone 12 ebia iPhone 7. In fact the new update na aba no then eni so into amount for me send information me download the videos sa nyoma ni nyina na enye de entumi nya fast then na say phone dealer ne ye I say phone dealer na the phone go back to factory settings and make sure say why they wa check nyoma bi abema phone no abe den updated to end there. Because what the phone dealer na also say I was say factory settings or the phone go back to factory settings to make sure say phone no then so the iPhone 7 and the comma phone dealer the phone dealer cannot change the iPhone 7 to iPhone 15 on to me. The phone dealer will have to reset the phone to at least start to work closer to the current updates. But he cannot say what the iPhone 7 abreno on change iPhone 7 on repair the number than the iPhone 15 all to me yet. Because even when you try to use the latest software to work in iPhone 7, it is still going to struggle. Into what the phone dealer will have to do is say, I will set or call back to factory settings and try to open up the memory kakra so that the phone also send information a bit to my call. You don't take the phone there for him to turn your iPhone 5 to iPhone 20, iPhone 15, and and Richard John Mahama say Ghana needs resetting because Ghana is broke. Our economy is broke. So we need to go back to the fundamentals and reset it. We are not supposed to upgrade something that is broken. Because I would phone the Bremeka James so ukuta iPhone 7. Maybe upgrading into iPhone 15. I can't do it. I can try and do what? Tell you said there are softwares, but those softwares it cannot upgrade it to 7 or upgrade to 15. It can't. It cannot do the work of iPhone 15. Into your mama say we need to go back to factory settings and do what? Recalibrate the system. But we said we need upgrading. Now yati kromo hano. E kura ya team wo engine a wo use 1.8. Wo de command mechanical o say I o ahwaka asifie. Into on make sure say 1.8 engineer that askona mu no. On tam no upgrading na enkochi de ahwaka aboa. How can it be possible? O 1.8 engine. And now one ahwaka asifie, ahwaka engine say, and now the 1.8 engine abren say on convert upgrade no na entumi move ahwaka. Why gini adwuma? It cannot. You will first need to make sure 1.8 no it fits in the 1.8 car to do the job. And from there, you do what? You pick on it. Enti Mahamudu Bawumia is not intelligent. And then John Mahama action in no Ghana baby edun enuntina. Omubusa Bawumia about the fundamentals. Or say when the exchange rate, or say when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. It answers John Mahama asama kenyina. Bawumia say the basics when they collapse, when the economy collapse, when the inflation rate is high, when the interest rate is high, when everything is high, when the dollar is at 16, it means the fundamentals have collapsed. You don't need an upgrade. You need a reset to get those things back to a standard or normal level before you move forward. A journalist asked him about on one statement, Monshe Sibia or struggle so answer question. No.
So the other question, which is a nice one, Vanessa was asking, if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you, which is a truism. It was true then, and it's still true today. It's an economic truism that once the fundamentals weaken, you will see the impact on the exchange rate. fundamentally. And when we talk about many of these fundamentals, you're talking about the GDP growth rate, you're talking about the fiscal balance, you're talking about the exchange, the reserves, level of the reserves that you have, inflation, and so on. When we came into office, during the first term before we hit COVID, between 2017 and 2019, you saw the fundamentals pretty much strengthening by all accounts. And exchange rate depreciated in those 3 years by less than 5%. That was the lowest depreciation in the currency for 28 years. 28 years. That was the lowest depreciation of the currency. I think we went up, even after COVID, we didn't get that high a depreciation. But the biggest shock for the economy came in 2022. All hell was breaking loose in 2022. Inflation, 54% as at November 2022. Exchange rate had depreciated 54%. And of course, you could look at the fundamentals were in trouble at that time. You saw the fiscal deficit going up, you saw inflation going up, growth declining. And so for me, it wasn't surprising, even though it was shocking, the extent to which the exchange rate went. So the point that we are making is that once the fundamentals weaken, you will get it shown in the exchange rate. And this is why we have seen that recently, even though we're depreciating in November at 54%, this year the depreciation has been 18.6% so far, right? We're looking at about 18.6%. So you're looking at a situation this year. Why is the depreciation lower? Because the fundamentals have strengthened. The fiscal deficit is under 5%. We are running a primary surplus. Growth has gone up first quarter to 4.7%, higher than projected. The reserves are increasing, and the gold for oil program is helping. So as the fundamentals and inflation today is around 20%.
What is he talking about? What is this guy talking about? And then how they you say? And then what is he doing? What is Bawumia doing? Bawumia Obia or Ghana say or the such or just Obia Jimmy such about Jimmy or just Obia Jimmy Sabronye. Bawumia, that's how he thinks. And what does he do? What is he talking about? It's a simple question. He said when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. A simple question. And now kind of simple statement. Or say when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Unisika obotoma untuminto eduanindi. And one ounce and okay. Or say, so obejine eduano ho, na sika nse obotoma eduano no wunye bindi. And yebusa say, why now can say, so wujine eduano ho, to wache, na sika ni ubotoma untuminto wache dindi. And yebusa say asamna okay no, sa asam na ye adwuma. Say unisika obotom 2016. There's no way wache wujina ho ebeti biama. And sika ni ubotom na wujina wache ho. It doesn't apply say the same thing. So dabi there cannot tiasie. It depends baby wache di si. So wache di sigata ho a. Sa wache di de aya omo mutato no, omo ye sikafo omo tire omo ka mu, e na omo ka kire wache rani atia komo omo. So wache no sebio ensigata ho a, aya na omo ko no e school for yes say, what say. So wache sigata ho a, na sika di ubotom a, untumi ntobindi. And the wache na musigata ho, e na sika di ubotom. Ene dia wo kan na pepepa na, o se o dabi. The opposite chende say, even though sika ni ubotom, and a wache di sigata ho, na emom sa wache no gata no bebi esino ebe masalachi. And a bebi esino aya na sikafo twem, yesi Bawumia. Wona ka kire say dan na esi wo no, se paint no enye na paint ni etan a. Kire say architect na ana painter no ni so aboewu, sa na ka kire. Wait, I simple. Okache say dance wo na paint na wo ho na nipa no paintie no paint na e tan a e kire say paint na bon. And the same a dine for a dinosaur and a paint no one time. Into a busa paint and a bon and also that be also busa be a paint and free. Ebia or this year and now on your this year. Ebia paint no nana no 2-4. Paint ebia making sa paint and LFT. Yes, say time and now can say when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Simple. But Makache will say answer. Ontimimpo answer a simple question. He's confused. He's talking about reserves. He will go to inflation. He will turn into fiscal discipline. Then he will come. But Bawumia does not know what to say. But when going to Oyesano, Ghana for you say Jimmy such a amount to me. Or just say I do know form. Or just say ye Jimmy, the arrogance. And then John Mahama Kachono. O Kasa to say AK-47. Ye busa question You said it and it was an emphatic statement. At the set Bawumia making statement way. This is the same statement Bawumia made. This statement.
You have presided in 8 years over the collapse of our economy. If you knew the plan that could work for the economy and be successful, why haven't you implemented that plan in 8 years? Why? If you know what can work for our economy, why is the economy collapsing in your hands after 8 years? You clearly do not understand the economic plans and underpinning the MPP must manifest.
Why not? Tell my opposition, look at your mama say he has presided over an economy for 8 years, and the economy has collapsed under your watch. Why are you telling us we should hand over the economy to you again? The same thing in the ABC. Time and now, because I say we're not dollar near 3.8. Then do 4. We have almost a little over 3 months or close to 3 months near Kotwaba. The dollar is at 16 and over. You have presided over this country for 8 years. You have been the chairman of the economic management team. You have led every budget. You said, Nana Dankwe Kufuor catcher said, or the Oba Ebedinechi, because of your intelligence, Obesisa economy, no, Sana Opokacha, or say, he brought you on because of the economy.
I don't see one year some come home. Yes, she say you sick as some no, the moon yet to build.
Atichidi Kufuor the catcher say, a economy no, Sidina say anything a coffee or buy. Nankanya Sidina say na, Uncle Nipa Bebri and Kubitumako formo. So your job was one, Bawumia. The fundamental and the DND, you are messing yourself and you are disgracing yourself because you think say everybody is a fool. You think everybody thinks your low voltage thinking to such a amount to me. Obviously, a Jimmy Sabronye until you can come and confuse Ghanaians. Nana Dankwe for the general platforms, the main reason, there was one reason, anything of Fowler and the vice president. One reason. Because Onu Ekufuor this certificate were born, onim anything about the economy. Onim how to add and sustain the economy. It doesn't know how to make sure that you can work things out for the city to be stable. The dollar does not overshadow the city. Onim and into one job bra as a striker never board gum and one no. Ekufuor Koto say oh yeah striker ubobo gunet. Also by our first press conference as a striker okay say oh dear go now wafefe. Go now wafefe oba fundamentals no panyan. The Yan say, Omonfa born in flanks wombra, a talk bon out the two from a pa, a shaw, where Jumano no, born the extra Andrew 18 panine. Ya do what to game we move. Ya cross now ujina ho. Ya ma low pass a ujina ho. Ya ma stomach level a ujina ho. Ya busawa was a park in ya, a buofunu. We a low voltage economist, what bon papa. I feel okay as a park in it to a Shangara. If we vote for Bawumia, the whole world would think say we are crazy as Ghanaians. I swear to God. Say you talk about Bawumia, the whole world because he Jimmy for the good Ghana. I'm telling you, what about talk about Bawumia? If you ask because we Jimmy, now yes, I could talk about Bawumia. na standards na any day. In this year, no obi failure better than who's we failing. Mumusa Bawumia say, okay, right now, on the measurement of failure any day, because said yes, you know, or friend was on your failure, and why be because of a failure? You are a failure. You have woefully failed, and any Ghanaian or to Abamano, a years because you Ghana for your Jimmy, I swear, Sabawumia 45% our election, the world will not take us serious again. The lectures around the world. Sa yani Ghana for your international international students, your other they will see us saying you Jimmy. I'm gonna say you 45% of Ghanaians voting for Bawumia, almost a Ghana for the Jimmy. They will not respect us. Because when they watch these videos, when they listen to this guy, now say later, yes, I got to Abamana. I'm gonna say now why should this guy be president? He has no idea. These people came into office. They did not have a plan. Bawumia, Mahama Kachiromu say, they have no idea about governance. Into study Sibiana Omoyomo campaign, it was targeted at one thing: free SHS, free SHS, free SHS. Yabani implement here Bibiabe solve because the refuse also tier workers. The refuse also oil infrastructure. The refuse also sustain micro and macro economy. No, the refuse also a discipline when it comes to fiscal discipline. The refuse miscellaneous he has to deal with. There's going to be flood. There's going to be energy crisis. He has to make sure there's money to take care of stuff like that. He forgot to say he needs to create employment. The more you create employment, the more you have to spend. He forgot. They did not consider these things. So, my idea of the power you say free SHS. Because you free SHS they are canon. Who is going to make it work? That is why they are here today. Into Mahama Kachom say you don't know anything about governance. Governance is not just about one policy. Governance is about betterment or bettering the life or changing the lives of the people. And it comes in different forms. It should be something I would say touching every part of the country or economy. Inti Seoka say you are looking at only school and you focus. You are a fool. You cannot lead. Yeah. So people catch you say my main focus is on education. Free SHS with GB4. That person should not lead you until governance. I say because if you don't have good roads, if you don't have good healthcare, if you don't have good schools, that education that we need this way to collapse. It cannot be sustained. So many things come together to form government or governance or to become something you can say an economy to build a nation. It is about power. Now, why do you say, Ukuta one policy be and a free SHS? Free SHS cannot sustain Ghana. It cannot change anything. Because even the free SHS does not work alone. It is not Liverpool. Free SHS needs legs to walk on. It needs good infrastructure. It needs good system for the teachers. It needs good salaries for the teachers. We need good basic schools, good infrastructure. Materials should be given to the kids. And it needs to be good before you can get your education well. But you cannot just open your mouth and say, yeah, free SHS Ghana, free SHS buy one and one to Ghana. Nobody. Because you fail to understand that governance is not about only one thing. We need to make politics simple. Politics, and you're complex, so are simple. But a Jimmy Fonama politics in Ghana and in Africa are complex. Yeah. A Jimmy Ford to say Kufuado. Omuna mama politics are so complicated. Politics don't can you see a school. There should be nothing like political science. Why do you learn political science in school? Why? Why should we go to school and say we are going to learn political science? To do what? Politics, Obana Otidjomuno. She understands the politics. What's the science about politics? We need to understand politics is part of our daily life. So media politics or Jimmy for you don't understand. You will pay taxes, you'll be a poor man. I am telling you today. So media politics or politics me say obedi hiya kopim so obewu. Because you don't even understand why you are paying taxes. You don't even understand why you need to speak when the taxes are not being put to use. You don't even understand why somebody that you are paying should not be arrogant, should not tell you what to do. You are supposed to make the person serve you. You will not understand your fundamental rights. Intisani part will capitalize on your ignorance and foolishness. Say, media menya politics. Into the moment you make that statement, or by any slave. You need to let the person understand, I voted for you. I have given you a job to do. Have you done it? I will sack you. The moment you do that, that person begins to be scared of you. And into the end, Asla Wusu, Baumia Namankaya, Asla Airpat Ghana for Chow. Say, we beg you, vote for Baumia. Any politician who begs for power is a criminal. Me say, politician be obejina platform so power chow say afi de we de esrew kwoto abamaye or your cromfo so body trimutuo. Why are you begging for power? You don't beg for power. You prove to the people why you need to serve, you need to lead. And then John Mahama from 2012 in there. John Mahama never begged Ghanaians. John Mahama had always told Ghanaians that watch what I am doing, never judge me. Ejuma wo de ma me no maye. John Mahama has always been humble before the people to let them understand, I am your servant. What you give me to do, no? Now this side is to me. So John Mahama is campaigning on the record of the NDC from J.J. Rawlings at Tamils and to his time to let Ghanaians know this is my terminal report. Say me deserve say me di Ghana subima. But on kwasiafo when they go around Omutumibo stage na musician jina so na nipa bebregu na ubusa won say nipa no mo bae na musician nti no mo bae na say asem na politician de beka nti no mo bae. Two things. Say nipa 10,000 egu a it means 10,000 half no they came because of the politician. It means your message it is not going anywhere. Moment to politics as you. So your politician na say your campaign. Na say okobo stage. Na musician jina so. Na only musician is sir. 90% of nipa mujina no omu musician da 90 or 30% mame show sa nipa mujina omu 5,000 no emu 80% they are there because of the musician, because they want to enjoy that musician nenyum no sa 80% no emu 30% they are there because omu affiliated to a party. So technically you are not talking to any new person, you are still talking to your party people. It is not person who the real people who are doing politics. Those people who go out there, they are not having musicians following them. Those people who are out there and you see people still wanting to listen to them. I want to say Ghanaians have accepted the message of the NDC. You need a musician to get somebody to come watch you. And the way Jimmy, it means you don't have message. Mama politics is complicated. It's simple. Yaman nipa bebre bi ti Ghana Hamtiti radio so akrom for her. Let me tell you. 90% of Obamati radio so me journalists so me akrom for. 10% pene papa. Yeah, you trade we know what we are talking about, guys. Me say 90% of Obamati radio so omoka akankasa. 90% of me akrom for. 10% and a papa. A business no mu you. Omu humu se mwe Jimmy. Sa Kesben. Untumi radio. Some power sa dien sa Adum TV, Adum FM, sa Asasi radio, sa nyoma no. Or you are playing on your conscience. Na Paul Adumotre. Position Ekufuado de amano no. There's nowhere in the world that a politician would take a BB to say JFK. Now they're a journalist say be the board chair of JFK. Now the Danko for the Atam Ghana JFK, the Amapol Adomoche say on your board chair. Do you know what we are talking about here? Does Paul have any idea about aviation setup? Now the Danko for the Atam aviation Ghana JFK say Paul Adomoche Janet your board chair. Do you know what we're talking about? Now, just say Paul Adomoche Babetena TV, so I can't just say Kufuor, the government is doing something wrong. The dollar is at 16.7. What is what I can want him? He is always there, or defend it, baby, and pay free. into a young man to say, Paul is going to come on TV to come and tell you the truth. Where Jimmy? Huh? Ghana Heathrow, any atam se Paul and your board chair. No about America JFK. Yatam dollars, yatam JFK, Ediama a journalist, a mere journalist. Say you be the board chair. Why don't you know? Oh Lord, Paul Bewu. I feel the seriousness of what I'm telling you. Kotoka International Airport is a whole industry on itself. And that Kotoka International Airport should be manned by people who have knowledge about aviation. Kotoka International Airport is the first door to Ghana. You need people who are intellectually sound and understand the aviation sector. People who want to create something better out of that gate that leads every tourist into Ghana. So you don't just say, Kotoka International Airport, the international flights landing, dignitaries landing, the seriousness and the 24-hour running of the airport. They are a mere journalist whose background, when he went to law school, he went to copy and steal somebody's work. He could not even pass his law school exams. He could not write his thesis. You left Kotoka and give it to a fool because he is fooling himself on TV for you. And we sit in Ghana and say it is a joke. It is not. The guy has destroyed Ghana. I am the aircourse room. Yeah. And Kwasiafo ne bi ne emuntie san Kwasiafo yi and obeko angel omo te work catch say because omo ya kamfo ntituma ba omi ate omo anum
2020 the launching of the manifesto of the MPP in Cape Coast yankoni enkokotie say Dr. Bawumia you be betimi trust na you can't trust that figure
our investments in roads, railways and ports. And for the people of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast.
A new harbor in Wabwa. Nanadu Danko Kufuadu ko Cape Coast one and we are Mr. Feza, we didn't promise Wabwa. Obakaya, Mesa MPP manifesto no, me on the record. I had the original one a day before Somoko Lanche. Nanado call one of the stations in the Takada, the Western region, where it's like 30 minutes out. Yana Dr. Bawumia reading in Kwane Kakrebi Bear 20 be on which end war. Anana, because Nanado Nangasa professor say, you can say Cape Coast Airport there, and who here the morning before a Dr. Bawumia Beba. Now Dr. Bawumia, one on the yes, the spin doctor. And they can Japan anyway, one spin doctor. And was say Nanado Nankasa to Nanum Tone a day before the launching of the manifesto say Cape Coast in here airport. You think that Nanado Kokas Asamno because now Onim say Yatro manifesto. Because genuinely he believes that Cape Coast does not need an airport.
My team will boost the sound. These are the fools sitting on TV. And I wanted to radio so dirty people. They are filthy, dirty people. Come every fan who fin we game pampo to me pass game pa. Was here we better not injure and public catcher say Kotoma MPP identity or so no ya santini. Kwasia near the tribe and a chichiri Ghana and Calberto Ghana. Kwasia, ye the tribe and a chichiri Ghana and Calberto Confuanochi. Kwasiato, ye the tribe that chichiri Ghana and Calberto Sewia. Kwasia biba, ye the tribe that chichiri Ghana and Calberto Eyekumewu. Or chamber, ye the tribe that chichiri Ghana and Calberto Eyekijitia. Kwasia weti Angel FM, catch the wako school say, Ain Toma Bawumia. Abua way not radio so catches Bawumia, a true for don't trust Bawumia. It's own. Omodo do who somewhere Jimmy. Or to Gimpa 8-6 years the ultimate tro Gimpa. Remedial so to tro. Gimpa remedials in Kwasia forward to me tro. And these fools, dirty boys and girls, they will mislead you because on what catch them say, or call Jubilee House, and a free more pare, or quite a friend of Toman Kakredi. Bema jantreni oni ade papa bia enti Ghana for mamu man kwasiafo bi ma esifo bi ma emba mbekeka nkwasiasem nkyerɛ yusu wadwene Gimpa or your old stu or your medical student or Gimpa kwasia we ntumi wie Gimpa kwame free fan who fi we ontumi wie Gimpa or no person kyerɛ de also to abama no ba kwasia we aka kyerɛ sɛ ba omi aye trofo o ka kyerɛ sɛ ba omi aye jimijimi enti busangu sɛ ɛdeɛ ne bɛma na sa bɛtena radio so a onya respect ferry bia nka kyerɛ sɛ de meka ye no ɛno me bɛka kyerɛ wo sɛ kɔtoma ba omi am kwasia ohunu so yɛ kwasia ɛmfa no ho. This is what I keep telling you people. Meantime, biao. Jimmy Ratna Gimpa 7 years. 7 years. Ultimately, we Gimpa. Paul Adomo Chusuko, Bolo School, Wako Ria Obi, so a work, Emma Pamono. Just say a Jimmy 4. Oti Kwame despite, in Kwasia Fose ano peu. Obeko Kumas no dum Ogumasu se akoko. Baby awodri. Baby wakoma ebodri papa penyina wanu ho fudwene o sori a odidi nkwara echi o da oba so na wewu na okọ heaven na ebusa wade na obeka wo betu abodogi enkwasea de sei na omode te enkwasea semse na omode te Ghana ho no mo omo na omasai Ghana kwa me fifa kwasea we wote Gimpa 7 years ontumi wie Gimpa na ejimini we asori abeka cho se ayin mete radio so enti I was say wotuma me asantini enti also tuma bi aboa bi ta aboata on sende Ghana for mu Philippo said the election po maso ya good Jandam is dead ya end Jandam because say anye sa ankende anka this time ka ba mu de besi Jomahama mu tibida Jomahama on sende obi antumi nkasa hwe wo kasa e beba so he what is it obi abobi din wo Ghana radio so usuro me say usuro MPP communicator na obo musuo na wo boss no kura suro na wo mekire wo bente ye bekire wo bente ye bekire wase ye mama Ghana fo hu nipa awoye o boss na wo ye communication director no usuro. But I want Ghanaians to understand something. Politics in Ghana no majority they are true. Majority of journalists on radio so 90% before. They are using you. Me say omuti radio so nyina about 80% omumpo obi anje 4,000 Ghana. Me say journalists omo Ghana about 80% obi anje 4,000 Ghana. They cannot survive, they cannot sustain their lifestyles. Almost bread, but they want to live a life, and then they're more corrupt. No? Almost sorry, they are always waiting for politicians to give them money to come and lie. Me ukoji usika, that's all because some na kanokre and family home. Baby, ukoji usika na your problem. But when you come to sit on your show, make sure say assembly a wokebiano enokre because ultimi ma embe kanchira me say. Wako jisika nti ubebgu obi hu fin kwasia na yentena na gudi pa no hu fin aden na monsamba back be kan kire Ghana for say John Mahama ko to hotel Dubai Ibrahim Mahama ko fa gold wa ha aden na mogya ka nkwasia fo ma muguni pa hu fin every say nipa bi entia kankasa mo de be defend omo ho emboa enwan ma mo de yeyi mo de ba mo ntia ase yedi ohene atam ye ka mo de a yedi ohene atam enti da bia no mudi nkwase asem ne ka monim na makɔhye ohene achi wo ka ohene bɛgye bullet no ne akasa o keti ohene ye be wura ohene mu ne aba mo ho ne abɛka ti abo ho me say ye be wura ohene mu bullet no ye de be wura ohene mu na pie na abɛbɔ wu ohene ti ase na bullet na ka wo so ohene mpo de akonwa ne bɔ no ho ban enti bullet no invisible bullet no e be wura ohene mu na bɛbɔ weku kwasia mudi nkwasia sem wie ne yetenetene mu a na makɔhye ohene achi Kevin Taylor didi otumfo atam me say metu bullet no that silver bullet to go through otumfo hwenye no wo na wo gire otumfo achi take cover na ɛbɛbɔ weku enti yete Ghana na yenka MPP fo asem Yentumi and discuss MPP for some. The moment you try to talk about MPP, what do you do for them into Obianka MPP asem? Na omo de omo ya ne say omo betena radio so no mo di nkofo atem as sankofo abrabo akan sama tonkofo so indwan me say munyina munwan nko hye otufo achi meto silver bullet no ebe wuro otufo mu na hwenye no wa wugina na chibia be kam won hwe Chinese movie da ohu bullet ni be wura na namu na hwenka no but ebe kam wo ena ma be twe free aba enim mo bobodam you say Ghana na obi dia yet Ghana nipa bi ye kan omasem nipa bi ye kan omasem ene yeti kronum ena mugu nipa nim ase ena mutwa atro to nipa so jandam no wey mon kan ye twan mu ye pa obi mana be ka John Mahama asem. I swear to God me pe radio journalist bi abetena TV so na waka asema to John Mahama so nya no kure kam ne ubewu me maka o bodam ye nka masem ena mo hihye kwase asem achi. You come as hey, what do we attempt? You become asem.
2020, yeah, the launching of the manifesto of the MPP in Cape Coast. Yankoni Nkokotie, Senator Bawumia, you'll be able to me a trust. You can't trust that figure.
What you can see a way to work at you say you cannot trust that figure. Or who Bawumia say he's a figure. Or catch us about Bawumia, Onyenipo was Bawumia a figure.
2020, yeah, the launching of the manifesto of the MPP in Cape Coast. Yankoni Nkokotie, Senator Bawumia, you'll be able to me a trust. You can't trust that figure. The launching of the manifesto of the MPP in Cape Coast. Yankoni Nkokotie, Senator Bawumia, you'll be able to me a trust. You can't trust that figure.
Such a dirty boy. Me pe bema. Me betena ha asem ya make bia me kyerɛw ya the video beka ho ya the document be kyerɛw anytime you powerful anytime me nsuro bia no and I'm not scared of anybody in Ghana meka because I have the facts to prove say me entire will be a fact na make kyerɛw enti munya isa concept no ma ho se kyerɛ ma ho ntimi keka nkwase asem bi Kevin Taylor didi asante hina tem me say mo pa mo nyina mo kosa asante hina chi me send the bullet na be fa asante hina mu e be fa ni mu hwenya no wa wugina na tina be bo wakum ma bodam mudi nkwase asem wi a na makotete ohina chi mudi nkwase asem wi a yakotete asante hina chi ye ntimi nkan asem ye na etwa troto nkofo so ye na edidi nkofo atem obese okan ye de a untimi ye adehye ye tetotumfo achi intu ka asem odidi otumfo atem penyina obi afie me se me opa wo ye killer ka asem ko sho otumfo achi me send bullet no e be fa otumfo mu e be bo utirimakum me se de oye bema wo Ghana no onka John Mahama ho asem with that fact Wasiafo saa na moya saa na yede abeduru Ghana ma Ghana asai janda megu ene Ghana fo bebredwin say election mbaso ebaso atro na wu obi asuro me say je ose we di eduro no onka John Mahama ho asem a oni fact me say je ose we di eduro o Ghana no a ose on the oti radio so or a journalist me see the also ye penyin we MPP no o metena radio so nka say John Mahama ye say without facts on kind of tranko no hu de be si ye be pagya obi pi no be wu it is our concept no and sa kasa no na Kevin Taylor did otufo atam basa ye ne nya nkwara o kasa na wote ye te kasa ne bi ye ne una nyini ye ni matanie ene ni matam didie entima nya wa adwene sa wote asante kasa cheme Onyankopon adom menyina wasante memu so dia wo beka no metuma ka bi me sakra te brofo chen you cannot intimidate me o me papa your hene or your man hene otumfo your man hene enti I know where my boundaries end in this okeka nkwase asem o radio so etwetwa ntro ato nipa so na okosho chini echi a menya wa adwene se wanya some wall bi a obi antumi metwe mpie o I will come after you. Me pedi o bema tema catch them. Wa chama wutu jimi we na Kevin Taylor did otu vatam enti yankoto abenti MPP uni message. You don't have a message for the people? Now just ask Santefo nkwara ne mre wa ne mpenifo ne omunim nyansa no just nkwase asem wo ka no ene na because the juma gu or your businessman, the Jume Gunisika say, Ono Kwasia, your 9 left, with 3 left, or Bama left. O te town was so free, Kwasia, Abbott now say, Kevin Taylor, no go for the my O2 for Taminti, the Sika National, on now and Anka say, Abua, who go to Galam say no, who feels the apophy. I keep telling Ghanaians, yeah, no, we have a reason for doing what we are doing. May say we have a reason for doing what we are doing, and nobody, get me a second one. Nobody, we will come with the facts. We will come with the fact. 2020 elections. The numbers are Ashanti region MPP. There is no way also MPP try 1.4 million. No way. Their peak should stay at 1.350. Yeah, the numbers not trouble. Machramo consensus census 10 years ago. Into Asante phone you to Obama MPP kura. They should not cross 600,000. Say other people support Asante for and it can say or some me Ghana and yet tribe B. NPP cannot cross 1.4. NPP cross 1.4 election. You be jegum obian and twaso. Share. Moji se betuma kwotete abane gumi biem. Kwasiafo moji se betuma kwa hye nkurase. Yetumi kwoto aba e whole constituency si Joma Hamenya 2 emoa. We are here. Mote Ghana ena krono eni atro ena mo chehye nyoma echi na mo say Ghana. Mo NPP for we will chase you people. We will chase you. Someone pesa, just let's do the right thing. Nianchichire Ghana. Ashanti region should not cross 1.4 million. They should not. And you will not. The people will man the boxes. Kwasia, uche ma untu mi jimi for. Sha hunchire wa santimemu. And the otu for a distilling for because of galamsey. Adentra ahemfo uche ma untu mi kwasia tesewo. Uche sha ahemfo bi echi etuetie sika saya sase. Ukopie Morocco and Kobia Boutimu to a long time, which I want to me. Dream nipa we kuomo through this illegal mining, Ukopie Kurobia swa, and Kia Boutimu to. But we are Kwasiampaying out Ghana, Nipebi so. Nipebi Omo Jimmy, Omo say it is all about tribe, it is all about me party. Omo refi say in Kwasiansuo no, Omo na Omo Kwakonom. Fin. Dirty person like you. She o hia ye debe to asantimanso. She o hia ye debe to businessmen e wa asantimanso. She nipa ho kire omo. Na nipa to abate sa aboa, o wi na mo treat ni sa aboa. So we are not going to change. We will change when you people change. Me say we will change. Loud Silence Media, myself, my team, every single person on my TV station. We will change when we see the change we are looking for. And it's about attitudinal change. We need a government that changes the way we do our things. And this is John Mahama say, and yet only changes in government or economy. Our attitude needs to change. A change here, we will start respecting and using the right words. Mabodam, mumunipa, mo pese nipa bumo. Chema untumi jimi fo umunipa. Mo pese nipa bumo. Mo bodam na mo tete Ghana hwana. Na mo jisi entu kwan ni bidana. Mo jisi enko school ni biana. Mo jisi yenwu nipa papa echemo nipa tese chema untumi dana. Mo MPP for mwa. Yeti kroma mo jisi mo sin nipa. Mo jisi mo sin nipa. You are not better than anybody. Moba a crow was subedi crow from 2017. Religious divisiveness. Much check nim. To see obianim ninia, obianim na konta, obianim ni friend. People are just angry because of dirty people like you. The country is divided. And a Ukrainian team and we a Christopher in Kremofor. There's so much tension in the nation because of Nkwasia 40 Samo. Everything is about you. Every single thing about this country is about you fools calling yourself NPP supporters. Jimmy, instead of you people to think about the nation, everything should be about you people. Into a team, a Nigerian Ghana and Hobium. People are not happy. Every single thing is a lie. In Daima, and I'm to Ghana, and I'm just obey Jimmy. Now, money the first political party at Ghana. Money the first political party. Tiensema chema to me, Tiensema Brian the Champon, Lord come mujina stage eka, The NPP that was born out of revolution, Krampodo, they have moved away from such things. Now you're on penny for Ghana, I am for Ghana. My Mohosa Moya Bosom Monkano Cre. Messia de Begitano. Me who on Hinibi or Batamako Nusia, or Hinibi or Batam Chenegunkum. Munina Muba Wissa Moa. Montana Tanamoson Quasia Samso Ghana ho. A de Begitain. One Hinibi or Swara Konya so the free war zone area. Nobody's going to pick a gold. Nobody's going to pick a chair. Obiabewu. Yan Kasani and Kano Ukrainian fan your man to 2 years. It is not about John Mahama. It is not about the NDC. It's about the people who are leading. People, I'm on for bread. People are dying as I speak. Go to our hospitals. This foolish government cannot get anything right. And it has become a norm. You are brought to the point to say, Ghanaians don't see evil again as anything dangerous. Ghanaians feel, say, and so be a hospital through kidney infection and normal. It should not. When somebody goes to give birth and they die, it should be a concern to every woman, every man, every Ghanaian. But today, because of foolish governance and kwasiaphobia, imagine almost say they are entitled to power. Everything has broken down. The country is not moving. Menoka say Ghana dia na ekoso. Nothing is moving in Ghana. Nobody, nothing. Me video be of Maya, say your friend saying, would Maya, the guy who travels around, and Okohunkofobo airport, almost me a nurse for, and the way they are proud to say they are leaving Ghana under the leadership of Kwasi Afrowe, we are still sitting in Ghana entertaining them. With Maya and a friend, the young man who travels around the world and shows other places. I mean, when a video on Facebook where see young nurses they are proud to say we are leaving Ghana. We are more. You are for 8 years. 8 years. In Kwasiafo mo yare. But to me the man mo yire na makogua broche in 90 samo mo tia broche na mo tete nkofo basement. In fuit samo majority of you people in the MPP. Man, majority of you people mumbi ejuma da in your lives. Yet it's yana muso mko abrochire ko ye course. And the mu wo sika cha in Ghana in kwasiafo na ye kase ye tu muso sa. Why nebeka? And these foolish fools have all their family members living outside. Now the ordinary Ghanaian on the street is struggling to get 1 cedi. People go to the Bank of Ghana and carry money. Physical money Ghana for there. The Bank of Ghana was set up by the Constitution. Every cent that leaves the Bank of Ghana belongs to every Ghanaian. Now, enkwasiafo to be right Bank of Ghana. Now, I'm say Bank of Ghana about 60 billion. It's normal. It's normal. Oh, sika we are for Bank of Ghana. Watch. It's normal. How can this be normal? Today, we cannot even see the seriousness in corruption. When people commit crimes, the Tuminyan Comfort Dinner TV is not defending a dirty woman like Cecilia Dapa. And we are so immune to corruption to the point because we will get some dirty, filthy people sitting on TV pretending to like Ghana, acting as if some are journalists to defend criminality. Why do we vote? Why do we go to the ballot? There is a simple reason why we walk to the ballot. You have not been able to fulfill the promises you made to the people. And in the north, in Ghana 2024, you promised the people dams. There's drought. What about dam? We need to rise up and kill you people. For 8 good years, where did the money go? And we still sit there and you think it's normal. We still sit here and some people think nobody has the right to question the system. Nobody has the right to question the vice president, to question the government. Nobody has the right. So today when you question, you don't respect. I don't fucking need your respect, my friend. I need the people to live. I need lives to change. I need people to have good health care. I need people to be able to live like humans. I don't fucking care about your respect. Respect for the what? Respect for the who Jiminy at Yawa also respect. Then I'm the respect ye. Then I'm in for respecting ye. I don't need it. I need you to do your job. And that is why we are always here every day telling the Ghanaian that you people, Mumusa Chema won to me. Says Sikaben or Aquajin or Exim Bank. Mumusa Chema won to me. ADB. Mumusa chairman to me. Exim Bank. Omatam $30 million ama chairman to me. Exim Bank. Yeah. Mumusa no. Mumusa chairman to me say. Saa sika na okwaje wo Exim Bank $30 million or the year fu. Saa sika na wen. Kwasia sana ne hu fi. Nipa fu say. Me say question chairman Mumusa chairman to me say. Exim Bank. Omotam eye den $30 million ama chairman to me say okoye farming. If one way. Kwasia wetu metena TV so. Na ono didi mahama tem na okachira santiman say montuma MPP because he's making money at your expense. $30 million mumusa ne say sa $30 million na Exim Bank tamano no sa sika na so koye fuo no wen. Kwasia wetu metena radio say me wuska. Such a filthy dirty rat. Ne hu fi we. Jimmy we ya niama politicians say Jimmy ye. Yanyama politicians Jimmy ye. And yet Ghana, instead of us to think, instead of us to just ask for the basic things, Yama tribe Jimmy to the point to say, yen to me enhu de ye here de no Yama nkwasiafo bi de politics net tribe akata ye ni. Into who obi na so gina campaign ground na o Jimmy a ubusan se de na wo pe onim. We live in this country, and I'm a video bit show, and it's got to do with this. On say, Sasemu Makachemwa. On say, and the Baumia Asako Akujina Eye Ablekuma. He's still drumming home the gold for oil. Someone steady Baumia campaign on. 80% of his message is all about gold. And I'm going to study it. And there was a Kwajina Blekuma say, or clarify and answer or coach them ye. Sena or say gold, no, or the gold, no, and the best solve a problem also or be them. He's more interested in gold for oil than even the economy. I'm telling you. And Blekuma, Dr. Baumia, NPP flag bearer, has clarified his policy of anchoring the city with gold, stating that it aims to supplement the foreign exchange sector with gold reserves. Baumia say, oh, sa adena can't say or the gold no and ebe so esika ne pa na sebio ama esika no sebio ene na begina no say oh obeso chirechire mu ye na eye ye dollars na egu Bank of Ghana no opesan Kenya gold a say dollar no enso ananke the gold a support it. He is preaching gold. Ask yourself. Makacho so oya galamsey chire echeng Baumia ye bechiwatu Makacho. He's championing gold. He knows the reason. Or say, or could him not say. While campaigning in the Ablekuma West constituency, Dr. Baumia emphasized that the policy does not entail pegging the city's value directly to gold. Contrary to media report, instead, it will provide a complementary framework to stabilize the currency. Chesi na so person kire say your reserve you can see your reserves are dollars no. You say see your dollars no. See person nya more or say make sure say sika no you nya gold more and a dollars more near the CEO Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana, how are they going to get the gold? They need to buy the gold. He has created a market where they are selling the gold to Bank of Ghana. There, everything comes to Baumia. Gold for oil, no. That is what he is preaching now. Makachra say Mahamudu Baumia, the amount of money he's making from Galamsey. And on set time or year press brief, or see the policy not about and your textbook one. You intro ye no baby ada on na intro you see. Oh, Mokai. Nancy Oshia press no. Or can I say, oh, sa idea we na or person or the gold supplementing your reserves no and yen creating no baby we are say you on a modern idea ba into the sea no on na ebe create sa idea no me say Baumia na to go the Ghana nyina or turning nyina we are no atoma Bank of Ghana. I am telling you, gold for oil no me say Baumia ni sika oye galamsey sika galamsey Bawumia eje no ayana mo tigana na nkofo we dada mo on say okan sa asem ni wie after his press briefing no and asa issue we ba abontene the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative they no match almost say Ghana Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative calls for a parliamentary probe into government gold for oil policy, citing transparency concerns after Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia revealed 3.5 billion gold deal with an unidentified businessman. Afimati. Omo sebio omo hwe eye egudie a yetunu asase so sene ne nton ene ne tuo ni nyina emu beda ofan no omo se mo me hwehwe Bawumia nsem bi mu a oka because Bawumia say omo ton gold Ghana ton gold 3.1 billion ama businessman bi ayenim Mahamudu Bawumia odwese mo Jimmy gold for oil na ene dia every single galamsey site dia e Ghana gold omo ye Bawumia na to na se Bawumia say gold and a best solve ye seek some problem your dollar problem adena ende you what a problem with a grains I say and a insuon to with stream adentina Ghana government pesika adentina and the government of Ghana, I'm sorry, this is not the story I'm looking for. Adentina and the government of Ghana, it's our story way. Adentina and the government of Ghana may face forex pressure if food imports become necessary. See a sirem yasin sunto into see a credit ba. Almost say see the iron one sha your dollars in the best. Adentina yanka see yanko for gold yanko to eduane wa bontenembra. Adentina Bawumia banwe say gold for oil na omo campaigning with gold for oil e be solve your problem adena be edu ya yesi nsuonto sesi ano eduane sei ye ni eduane bibia ni wono adena omo suggest say ye ntam gold nko abrochire nko ton nko die eduane mba but they are talking about dollar now mama chiro bibi endra ye tie eye finance minister we time omo ye presser no there was something we were supposed to take note of. Mesa bebo eye finance minister ni statement yentie ni nyina oka nsem bi mo very vital. Now this is the finance minister time omumiti eye dey when they met eye or said drought in northern Ghana, government to spend $500 million to avert food crisis. You see and the omo dam omo de buy no mo nsi omo di dam ni sike nyina you see omo so mo hia $500 million omo betumi de aboa ema de inso na ento na ye ni aduane so no omo person ko kra aduane de ba $500 million ye ko yi ni wa reserves im ye dollar now Mrs. me ba be bo finance minister no tape no on so who story we are my mention about Bawumia or ye criminal one story we answer me bo video no one story we Ebia, I am one person pay attention to the Bawumia ye. One story way. Why IMF demand full disclosure on gold for oil. IMF cry gold for oil no tiasie. IMF sa gold for oil na Bawumia so mo di aban. IMF cry tiasie. Eye illegality. Bawumia di riamo. One of the conditions the country will have to fulfill in exchange for its new and daily needed $3 billion extended credit facility program being provided by the International Monetary Fund is a review of the government ongoing gold for oil initiative. IMF are worried, they are concerned about the way gold for oil is being run. But Bawumia opportunity bia or see gold. Se si ane de yanko fele Bank of Ghana with gold. Ometo gold no e ono no meto free no ho. Modia munya mistake. Now mumia nko tie finance minister no or can sembi time omo press meet the press about sa asem we are no. Now mumia nya abotani ntie beka asem ya kire mo. Ba modia muntie finance minister ni ye pa.
Crisis. A crisis is a crisis. Because I spoke to the farmers directly and I went to the farms. There is nothing left for the farmers. And given that the food from the north is what we consume from September thereabout to early in the year, it will just hit us very soon. And this is why I think it's a crisis. It's coming, as some people may see it, but others are already feeling it. And so it is important that government responds and responds quickly. I did not only accompany the Minister for Agriculture, I also accompanied His Excellency the President to farms in the Tolong district. And I felt so sad about what the farmers expressed in their frustration, in their worry about where to get food to live on. Investments have been lost, and even with the rains that we are experiencing now, the rains may not be enough to support the maturity of crops. Usually in the northern part of Ghana, by this time, new maize is on the market. If you go to markets in Tamale, you will not find a bag of maize. Prices are also going up. And so, for those of us in charge of the management of the economy, we are directly affected from different perspectives. Number one, our focus as a government, having stabilized the economy, and we are seeing the macro fundamentals improving day by day, we decided that we will focus on growth, economic growth. And we saw the numbers last year, ending the year by 2.9% economic growth. First quarter of this year, achieving 4.7% growth. And we're expecting that this trend will continue to the end of the year. But realizing that one of our growth poles, if you like, one of the major contributors to our growth, which is agriculture, is now facing the kind of challenges that we are seeing. It simply means that our growth trajectory is in danger. Economic growth is in danger. We also look at it from the perspective of pricing. We have seen for some time now inflation trending down from about 54% inflation in 2022, by end of 2022, to about 20% inflation in June this year. And our expectation is that we end the year with an inflation rate of 15%. I am very optimistic that we will make significant progress. But we also know that our inflation basket is dominated by food inflation. When you see food shortage, and therefore the effect on prices, you should expect that inflation will respond, and will respond in the way that you do not want. Then we are also talking about bringing in food for the market, and also to provide food reliefs. I'm here to discuss with the minister how we are going to source the food. He may be running away from mentioning imports, but we already import a lot of our food. And so one other ways the economy may be affected is from the perspective of foreign exchange. People are complaining the cedi is getting weaker against the dollar, the rate is higher against the cedi. And so if you are going to bring in more food to support what we already have, you need to back it with forex. And therefore the demand for the dollar will certainly increase relative to what we anticipated if we didn't have to meet the additional food requirement, some of which may come through imports. And so in different ways the economy is going to be affected. But this is why we are a government, that when we see things like this happening, we have to respond. Our response may not entirely neutralize the extent of the problem, but our response certainly will help in stabilizing the situation until we get out of the crisis. And so, as the Honorable Minister for Food and Agriculture said, we are seeking to raise about $500 million, the equivalent of 8 billion Ghana cedis, to fund the crisis response program. This is so much money. But we are doing this also at a time when our buffers are almost depleted. We are entering the 8th month or the 9th month of our fiscal year. The budget has been implemented so far for about 8 to 9 months. And you should expect that most of your financial buffers are not there any longer. So this is a difficulty, but we have to raise the funds. As a responsible government, as a sensitive government as we are, His Excellency the President has directed that we do everything within our power to find the money to fund the government response. So far, from the budget side, we have been able to secure up to $160 million. That's about 2.5 billion Ghana cedis. This is largely coming from the contingency fund, which our constitution established. And so we intend to trigger the processes for accessing the contingency fund. We are also doing what we call budgetary alignment to reallocate some funds that were originally meant for other purposes towards addressing the crisis. And so together, 2.5 billion Ghana cedis being mobilized from the budget side. We're also relying on our development partners, and we've had serious engagements with our development partners over the past 1 week or so. And within this short period, we can report that we are able to secure $155 million. That is about 2.4 billion, almost 2.5 billion Ghana cedis. And so out of the 8 billion Ghana cedis we are seeking to mobilize, we can say that we have visibility on about 5 billion Ghana cedis that we want to use, and use it quickly to respond to this crisis.
asama okan no almost as sia na aduane ashort srem insuo nto nti bia de wutie ne na brofo no dawson aponcheni hye ne minim ene economy okasase ba omia ma menya abotena me ma hu the seriousness ewa asem we mu medwudwem wate ase ye ka kire se tutia MPP ana odwen se ye yew ana ye town wo be bi asem de du bebia edu no hu munni idea now ensem a okanyina ma medwudwem nkire wo o say yen start free sro o say eye economy na ye team Ghana sesia no agriculture ne so Ghana economy no because eduane bo kosoro pe na bibia bo kosoro ene friend food inflation na sesia o ka say de agric sector no collapse adwerega ye ni aduane efri se insuo ho akwa atwe wo sirem enti atokwo eburo bayere nduane dodo a enya free srem ene Ghana afan baby no ni nyina ho akwa atwe efri se omontumi nsi dam bia ewia na bo amasase ni nyina sesia no entumi manuaba embo enti sesia no asema opeso kache Ghana for no say how anase asunie kesia bedaye so we are in a crisis and yakase food crisis chese eduane ho akwa atwe inkofo na kachira wo say omo ba be ye dams wo sirem nyina nso to a enye problem ye benye eduane and omo gina wo kachira wo say agric sector ne collapse under Brandy Champon kwasi ampenyi we obeka kire say planting for food and jobs 2.0 bokai Mr. S pull it for me yet yana Brandy Champon kwasi ya ne nichew ebeka kire say or the new air policy bia ba ye friend planting for food and jobs 2.0 after a free yakoto kromfo na nenim se Mickey Mouse no ebe wia sika through planting for food and jobs no Brandy Champon so ba e be ka kire say or the sa ade na a free yakoto say ebe wia no or the different version aba 2.0 eduane bebu and the finance minister brought for kan nyina no say agric sector ne collapse ye be nya bibia e friend food inflation eduane bo ebe kosoro na eduane bo be kosoro it means say ye betoto nwomam ye betoto nwomam a ekire se ahokire beba ebia wono ye kan brofo sa na wo hwe the simple sa na wo say da form ye bedwudwam what de wo tie no ba tie ase now all kasa no see munim se eduane ho kwa atwe na se ye adwene se ye kokra eduane efira abrochi a mo amunim de ebesi brofo na okan no se obi se meboa one de on konkotena Facebook ni radio se Kevin Taylor etwa dro ato finance minister no so de okan no na medwudwam now see right now economic growth is in danger as the agric sector has collapsed or see Ghana mpuntio eye ne sika beba yensem ama sebio nipa waheha no se sia no saade ne munyima adwin firi so ahokyire donko na yabetom na ahokyire na yabetom no eya ahokyire bi a ebema ye nwa kyereye na sa ahokyire no ekire yetu anamon bi monkai say Brandy Champon ye be na Greek minister eno kan sa asem we kyere Ghana for. The Ministry of Food and Agriculture begins implementation of PFJ Phase 2. Kwasi ampenyi Brandy Champon beka kire say planting for food and jobs will activate Phase 2. Ye be duaduane ama de buye so. Ye be kwa brochira mono ne ne akokra nkofo mama be ye adwuma enwan we. And the Brandy Champon asabe ka kire wo say one dam na omansi planting for food and jobs na we nua ema ende duane ho akwa atwe we ekuro bia ngose boni trimutu we di esika Mama Church finance minister na asem. Thank you team, thank you for the story. Now all ko denim no in some say no kan or say high food inflation is going to happen. Forget about the macro and micro economic growth central stabilization center. The fundam ni nyina kan nyina wia o se eduane bo be yedin ahokyere eba if you say Brandy Champon egu agric sector no ɔkɔ n'anim na ɔse afei deɛ ɔmbɛtuma ayɛ ne sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɛkɔkra aduane firi aburokyiri. They are going to import food from the world market. Yet Ghana, Emma, ye was sassy, ye will be beer, and the Kufuaro, you see a cocredia near fra bruchiraba. Almost say, finance minister say a catch them, say the agri sector under brandy champ on the Baomiano egu. Ediano be quatri. Aho kyerɛ ɛbɛba dam no mo so mo si no mo boa Nyankopɔn de oyɛ no bia bɛpɛpɛ o on sende dam no mo nsi no I expose you mo. But finance minister say importation of food into the market no afe na omo be kra aduane njesia no aban ne hie sika pudua ode be kra aduane aba Ghana njesia no obia enhye de ne sapo mu nsuo me pese me busa o ade ne yenye gold for food. See, aduane wakɔ atwe aduane boɔ bɛyɛ den because imre bi petrol wo kɔ atwe petrol boɔ bɛyɛ den ɛna kwasiampanyin sɛ ɔde gold for oil aba see aduane ho ayɛ den yɛhia about 8 billion Ghana over $500 million adenti na yɛnyɛ gold for food say wo gold na ha adenti na Bank of Ghana to gold me fa nkɔtɔ aduane mo yɛ moa mo MPP for but Baumia should implement gold for food. Because inflation na eto fuels no the ma petrol boy din the same way and aduane boy din in the said aduane boy din na say gold so much or Ghana and the mommy gold for food. Safi mo ba o mi onim nyansa o de mo ye business MPP omo de mo ye business mo be gold for water. Mo be gold for para, mo be gold for bengu, mo ye gold for mutuo, gold for sisala, gold for yamutu. Me se mo be gold for bentwa, samo Ghana, mo bi mo jimi. Ye ba be gold for food because gold for oil no, ye say ye de ye oil there and ama petrol aba form. Inti ye ba be gold for food. Ye ba be gold for food. Now, finance minister say na me djemu no, in the say there Baumia policy for fraud by gold for food. Finance Minister cannot say foreign exchange will be affected. So because the foreign exchange will be affected, it means to say see a yebe sika kese pudu akoto aduane wa abrochire di aba no. Ya dollar na ewo Bank of Ghana na so bete. Meaning we are going to see a rise in the dollar again. That means our buffers will be depleted. Mean the dollar is going to shoot. Don't expect the dollar to stop at 17, 18, 19. The dollar is going to cross 20. Say economy na say you. They know this is going to happen though. And agri sector. They know because it is about to happen. The reality is hitting. Now they cannot control the reality. So they will have to come and let you think, say, problem why did we hand over the country to you? They want a way to clean up Bank of Ghana. Dollars They want to clean your dollars. Billions. They will take everything. They will clean Bank of Ghana and send them with power. Way create mamo juma by the champion LED. They know they are create juma mamo share a juma mamo. They are creating job. Clean the Bank of Ghana. Now, Finance Minister Kasano say their response will not entirely mitigate or neutralize the problem. Or see, $500 million no, and $8 billion Ghana cedis no, and ya de ebe solve a problem no, ebe bre ano. Finance Minister Kasano, or see, their response, their omo yeno, 8 billion Ghana no mo pay, and that's $500 million no. Almost seka kura and to mean solve a problem no. The omo yeni no, $500 million ebe bre problem na no ase. Hey! There's no solution to this. Oh, I'm be clean them out. Somewhere Jimmy. Adriane bo be ye ding. I'm ko yimu sika ne free Bank of Ghana no mo this election eba. Mama ye he Jubilee House my 15 surveys lose election ni nyina nim my survey nko 15 ni nyina came out as negative to win the elections no Ekufuado knows Bawumia knows Napo why do you think that Napo does not care? They know they will lose the elections. They were cleaning you people out because mumu bi mo jimi my survey nko 15. Everything came back, said John Mahama will cross 53%. On my survey, 15. Nina comes out, John Mahama will cross 53%. They know. Now they have nothing to lose. They are finishing you guys. Now, Finance Minister Kansembi, I say, they are seeking to raise $500 million. Eduano wa kwa achi, se si anomu nim de omunye. Also mko kraske fria eduane fria bruchiri. Inti also mu raise sika dollars a omde ko kra eduane. Kai se ye kasi ye koto eduane wa bruchiri a ye de dollar ne koto. Ye mfa gold ne koto eduane wa bruchiri. Ye dollar hard currency. Na dollar ni ye konya ne wen. Remember, ye deka Ghana besi ada almost 1 trillion. And we da ho ye ntia ye. Yen service na watching the busumbia yentua ehon faso insi ho yesi ye mo fancha ye be 1 year mahama ba na wabetua the oma catch IMF no so for about 3 years enya dia e kai da ho over almost 1 trillion omo fo mo sanka omo ntua interest bia but se arom so mpeso mkoto aduane wa bruchiri bre o ma odi otumfo hia balanced diet mampon hini hia balanced diet Edian galamsey hine na owebu akwa no ohia balanced diet. Eye ni party tiri omo Ghana omo hia balance into NPP for so omo kwa abruchi or so omo tam dollar kwa abruchi ko to aduane. E de ba Ghana. Now ti de oka. Also omo be hia $500 million. O de ba Ghana sikema 8 billion new Ghana. Now oka so say our buffers are almost depleted. Osi se a odomoka say Oko Bank of Ghana dollar no akabe triple de go. Osi almost depleted our buffers. Almost sika at the Bank of Ghana no endru $400 million. Endru $100 million. Endru $50 million. Almost our buffers sika omo beto ye no. Omo di sika na mana sign to oka kire mo se sika ni Bank of Ghana. This year, we say, man is English breakfast for Ghanaians. Yako kra, fish kakra, ni amamu baked beans, ni amamu sausage, ni amamu kusuya, and opane de pan wato nchen slice be menu, ni aya coffee utu for bekona so. Mampon hine ubia English kakra. He said vechi deri kakra. O tinsi sa atreba akuri de gu plate mu. Udi na nso kura koda. Isi ano ubeba na hine pa na pa no ba ko da so. Hey, bo be brefo ken. Enti okwo n'anim no me de waka na medwudwam so wo se wote brofo chen me a de American bebo a ko ne ko kirekire me now okwo n'anim no o say I was some raise sika every sika bi any Bank of Ghana na mebusa ba omia say gold wo ho a ade na mum enye gold for food na gold for oil nkwa na betima ye dwuma na ndwan yenko enim finance minister ka no say Sesiano, your friend be contingency fund. John Mahama and the BSR fund. No. Also, Casano say the contingency fund was established by the Constitution. On Pesobeka said John Mahama the be a contingency fund. NDC for and the be a contingency fund. What you say? Fund be an ase futu be a NDC for tito hoa. Just say Ghana ya kwa hu mu pa. Ehon ye ya wo ko yiska. Sa sika na eye for ye nchirimba ebe 100 years later and also mo sakasa sika no John Mahama and NDC and omo take contingency fund na omo de etfoto a omo de sika tu mu o say finance minister say constitution and a tie oboa si aka chem so we mo Jimmy John Mahama nyan say dan trim no indwan we omo ni ba akumpo now omo say Sa contingency fund na Mahama Jasika to mu almost $400 million no. And the omodia no almost contingency fund no omo kwa koyi $160 million free. Mon mana monyenyam na munim na ehye muyem no omo sika na da holo omo koyi di webo o de bu bibi da. Contingency fund na Mahama bie na or say 20 years time 30 years time otumfo mano otumfo nananom mampon hene ne nananom after 30 years 40 years 50 years no atoyire nchem bia yentumi so ano ba ne akoyi kakra no ende ya nkofo we gie dwa omoso mawurem Fisesi Bank of Ghana $160 million omatam odoba Ghana scheme almost 2.5 billion omoso makoyi omokwa akoyi. Now, okode nimu no, I say, eye budget di eye wie. Enti sika ye twato wa ye se ye de bekyekere man no. Sa sika no ye di nka twato. Enti atoyire nkyembo ye aba no, I say budget no ebia ye sika bia ye de kwakwa free SHS. I say ye yi kakre free ye sisa ya dwene. Budget no allocations no, omo free bibi reallocation. What you say? Ya ko kan budget na nse ya ka se ya de we be ko agric ya de we be ko education ya de we be ko sports almost say some be reallocation. That means sectors li bi wo ha sika no mo ko yi enti infrastructure ye nya infrastructure bia se eba ebibi te say education sika o se ya de bo ye school ban o mo ko akoyi enti sa budget no mo be kan na ya allocate sika ma different sectors respectively no o mo ko akodane sika ni bia yi bia frim. Meaning economic growth, physical growth, infrastructure. Then ni nyina be slow down. Can engine be or can bro for so di agro. Ade bi omo de be yam no. Also gina on kind of simple sa. Or catch them say omo wie mu. Enti budget no. Baby I allocate sika bia se enko yemfa nko ye kwan yemfa nko bia nsuo ye omo se sika no omo sa ba yi gini nyina because ya omo hie sika ena o say asem de bia ba oye asem papa bia MPP ati oye asem papa ne se omo ko bobesia $165 million wa brochire Akwae ekufuare ni tise dancing ni sise tente ba wo mi agimi we na mudi nechi o see afedi o mutena ase no o ma dwendwene ho o ma ko cabinet meeting na ba wo mi atim asema finance minister ka no ya ko cabinet meeting no ba wo mi atim no so okay omo se omo ko bo besia omo the word bi be show ho developing partners or the dadao or say they are going to borrow money. $165 million. And no crano still $500 million in so calculate first 150 and 160 now. Now say half of the $500 million in close to about $300 million. No. They say I sign here $200 million more. Say I don't know see no allocation no budget no omo ko yisika ni nyina. Hey! It is possible Ghana will collapse before elections. It is possible. Eti brofuna na ogina ho kana ni minim sa ponchiri show no. Ade we yen kan siri o. Erade ya go for. Ade we yen kan siri o. Yen kan enwi chewing gum en stress siri o. Ade we eye dangerous. Into kan some we and Andra me bo a video bi a journalist was posing a question to them say Aden na mobile catch say planting for food and jobs. Any area one village one dam. It is anyoma no sika na ko he ewe he na the deputy the information minister or ye tenio obi na no catch the parliament man use the word failure. It finance minister kan kwase say no and two journalists ba ko say na mo gisi e jimiana. Into planting for food and jobs. Any 1v1D no ewe because the sanyo mani nyina wo ha anka ende eduano ho enkwatwe anka yen kobo besia $500 million. This is what the journalist, this is the question he asked.
The two ministers have painted a very bleak picture, and I'm so disappointed in the narration. Why am I disappointed? Because over the past 3 or 4 decades, environmental experts have predicted environmental challenges that will come because of the climate change. And so even in desert countries like United Arab Emirates, Israel, that are naturally located in desert areas, made provision to ensure food security. In Ghana, when the government took over, they came out with policies to ensure food security. One of them, one district, one dam. They said they will implement one village, one dam. Then one district, one warehouse. And over the period, they brief us about the food storage and all those things they are doing to ensure the nation is secured. So I'm surprised by this narration. Would the two ministers admit failure on your part to being proactive in averting the situation? That's my first question. The second question. Please let me finish my questions.
No. Please go ahead. I'll let you ask the question. Yes. But they did not admit failures on their part.
Whether they will admit failure.
You can ask your question
because
without
of the policies the government
saying what they haven't said.
So my second question. The Minister of Agriculture said they will ban export.
Because I thought that wasn't a fair ask. Yeah.
Yes.
No, please go ahead.
Yeah, my second question. The minister said because of the dire situation we find ourselves, there will be a ban of export of grain outside Ghana. But rather, we will rely on ECOWAS grain reserve to help us cushion the nation. But we are in the same zone. Ghana, we are part of ECOWAS. And so if other countries have managed to secure their food, then it's an issue. If we are going to rely, while we are going to suppress exports, but we are going to rely on ECOWAS countries to support us. That is my problem. Regretting that Ghana is in the same zone as other West African countries.
Thank you for the question.
I have other 2 questions.
Oh, you've already asked 2. It is fair that you know that it's not fair. You need to allow your colleagues to also ask their questions.
Okay. Journalists say these people are supposed to tell us that they have failed. The information minister said they have not said it, so you cannot say they have failed. Wachinchim the duku said they ogu watches so. We got Kevin Taylor didn't have what area over dam. Wachinchim the duku said anti-Meli assistant yet watch on the good area ne Gary. A bofunu tenia boa wo ba ukrom yesi ukrom ye ko se ekosi dam o te party mu yensi dam baako wo mfere na obi gina wo ka se nkofo mienu we ejimi o ma da Ghana fo o gina ka se o mo mbi o manum anka so mo feli nti ye de yenim so mo feli. So you the information minister o ka kire say o mo ejimi a yenim so mo ejimi e kire o mo ka kire say o mo ejimi. What kind of government is this? What kind of foolish government is this? And this is where we are. Mamenka bi binchira wo Ghana fo a wotie me. Ghana eguo. Herade. Debi ametena me ka me se de me nim no. Sa me ka kire wa obewu. De me nim fa Akufo Addo aban we mu. Sa me ka emu 1% kire wo entokwa besi wo Ghana. The only thing I can tell you is vote them out. No me boa wo no. The only thing I can tell you and say vote them out. And the ehino muko iska a photo a John Mahama teto or contingency fund a John Mahama be no. Munim say contingency fund no. E wa no muko yi oforiata ko yisika so da kosi cathedral. Munim urefi. Ye busa no parliament say sa Ghana fo sika no koyi ni we also koyi no contingency fund. John Mahama Jimmy Foya mudidi na tem nkwasiafo. Because mudidi na tem a efo. Because we teni because FSO be dinner term na kwasia wa from wo se me yakani me di Mahama tema me ho atete me no mo nkwasia party no ekoyi contingency fund a John Mahama ebie ama mo nananom ndwan mo ma ndwan a debi atoyira nche mo ba ye de be hwe mo no nkwasiafo we sa contingency fund a John Mahama bie no eno no makoyi musika kotu amena ndwan yet Ghana ebusa questions amosi ye tan obi. Yeah, we are Ghana in our Shemia. You have only one lifeline.
Okay? So we a mistake. Now the Obama MPP. And this goes to the businessmen. You people are going to lose all your businesses are going to shut down before elections. In Juma be gu. Ye be yi be bredi ewo Ghana. For about 4 years in Kofu Chamontro about your economy. Everything they have said is a lie. The economy, a collapse beneath, there's nothing holding it. Right now, Omo will say it's getting to the point that the IMF is about to tell Ghanaians to say, no, my economy no collapse. They can't do anything for you people. And Nintin Omo ya quick abeka must say, famine bi ba, a comkesie bi ba, ye $500 million. Si Canada Bank of Ghana, the akano, some cleaning up. And Brandy Champon, baby, Sikasana Brandy Champon, be careful. Brandy Champon, obey this. He does not care. Nemagwa brochiro. Mo youth no do no Jimmy. Eme kwati ana kwasie bi Jimmy fo bi bo so bi to cheda. Na kwasia problem we cha o be solve. Share. Unim dey solve problem we. Cheda kwasia mpanyi we, obetuma solve problem we. O she boxer so sana ne be matetem. Jimmy ni obetuma solve problem. Unim dey ka ho asem. Ubu kwasia bi ane ho fi bi to wo ntumi mbo ne bra. Entumi sebio empe baby man manda odneni akoto cheda so kwasia jeta obet cheda obetuma solve problem we. Unim dey ka ho asem. You have no idea. Muda mu fi mu katinsi fi no mum tena sendwene no cheda kromfo ewiwe me ne cheda kasa wo fon no so. They all see ogisika o cheda odidi sa aboa no nko busa ne se de na o ka kire Kevin Taylor. Cheda oyewi. Me, I'm a principled guy. And in my life, everything problem. I don't try to play games with me. Cheda oyewi. It's a criminal. Obetume kuniyire. On kano kre. Such a thief. And a Jimmy Fwo. Muhufin at your ages. You cannot boast of 20,000 Ghana cedis for your kids. Ma will say Nyama impreko. Mo will say Moa. Mo will say Moa and Moa. And one a wa omuntu minjene nka say maminjai. Mo will say Mpro. Mo will say Mpreko. You cannot think. Because I'm Korana woman will pan a water, won't genius obetime sustain your life. Bear may be or responsible in answer for no or Jenny answer or tonepa in Yama. Now we are Cheda Kwasi and Penny winner or Metch Ghana. Problem I make was always a child bit my what bonded dam. At this point, we are Bema, what was said a boa in one inch condomo. And one engine say, Akwara me win your bedahi, Akwara me win a din obedi, a boa and engine sa. The moment also any power went to my engine sa, oh ya boa. So at this point, what to say or chin now won't to me and 10,000 to 30,000 and my baby papa ma ubanda na sumun tono. Now ubada ni jantri ni the dambema dema, oh ya boa unimunyansa. And the hardship coming no, you will suffer. Cheda or ye ye. Monsora no pa monkono ka is Kevin so no akasada de na mo kan what is me small boy am tia me I have control over 70% of umpeni for more Ghana because of me no krameka. I will never bow to anybody in Ghana. So when some show respect, then it means that person has shown me respect. It's reciprocal. That's what I believe in. It does not matter your position, it does not matter your age. Where the 90 years now, I'm a respecter. I swear to God, you will see me semi respect pa. Now when the 100 no way Jimmy, I will not give you space. Now, my mention my DB, let me show you why Ghana I say Shadie. Let me show you this. You see this story? I showed a little bit of it. I need to show you. We see where we are today. And we see people who are basically people like we thought to say they are supposed to at least be okay. Now, and I quote, this is not only a financial issue. This is a matter of human dignity issue. End of quote. A total of 320 pharmacy doctorates, PharmD, degree holders are threatening to sue the Ministry of Health over its failure to secure financial clearance for their 12-month allowance. Jeremy Owusu-Afrifa, one of the conveners of the group, addressed the media on behalf of the 320 pharmacy doctorates, that's the PharmD graduates. This is where we are.
2 years, but with nothing to show. Our parents and loved ones have carried the burdens of our dreams on their shoulders. And now, instead of easing their load, we find ourselves forced to lean on them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not only a financial issue, but it is a matter of human dignity. We are talking about young professionals who have dedicated their lives to the health and well-being of others, now being pushed to the brink of despair. How are we to care for the health of our patients when we are struggling to maintain our own well-being? The emotional and psychological toll of this prolonged uncertainty is immense. We entered this profession with hearts full of hope and dedication, but now we face the grim reality of being neglected by the system we have sworn to serve. Today, we stand united in demanding the immediate action from the Ministry of Health and all the relevant stakeholders. These are our demands. One, we demand the immediate disbursement of all our standing allowances, that is DWAS. The pursuit of our financial clearance for almost 2 years has been long overdue. We demand the Ministry of Health immediately resolves the matter with the Ministry of Finance to initiate the release of funds owed to us without any further delay. We have fulfilled our duties and we have earned this compensation. 2, implementation of strategic measures to prevent future delays. On the back of similar incident with our immediate predecessors, we least expected that we would have to visit this unfortunate chapter.
Brofono. Brofono. The least chatted and we have gone to school and I feel bad for you people. I say we're a hostage. I say I feel bad for you people, PhD 4, degree 4. But brofuni in top of God. You people should go back home and tell your colleagues to vote against the government. Yes, farming. Yes, a comedy. I feel bad. It hurts me to say, long sleeves, bro. I come and go. You just said that. I feel bad for you people. I tell you, the tea, they're not okay. I'm for you. They're okay. I am some hagini. Matomasi. I'm for the someone to 1 year. Nimala one by. I buy the catcher and the idea survival. Even yeah, come up, Messia. 98 years your first going. It's a bit to say. Mutu diabo. Sikebiama akabosumi mienu ni akotoba. O pesika kwedi. O allowance. It's ya. Oh, masresu misumamo. Brofundi de. We are very disciplined kids. Young men, you dress nicely. You can see you have really gone to school. You went to school, you studied very well. You show discipline. We can see in your conduct. You will be good pharmacists too. We can see in your presentation. But but boss, bro, for the America, the editor, you, yes, you go cray you, I baby too. Also,
2 years, but with nothing to show. Our parents and loved ones have carried the burdens of our dreams on their shoulders. And now, instead of easing their load, we find ourselves forced to lean on them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not only a financial issue, but it is a matter of human dignity. We are talking about young professionals who have dedicated their lives to the health and well-being of
young professionals. You have dedicated, we know. We know you have dedicated your lives, but you are being led by fools. Your dedication matters, but fools make the decision. It matters very much. You are willing to work. The zeal is there. But the people to take the decision for you, to have some good working condition and get money for what you are doing, they are foolish. Inti brofo de ede. Sibia wo kan ye won sase osua brofo wakin kan. But ye pesika koto yuo, ye kokre yuo aba eyuo. Uni me yuo. Millet. Ansa na ya repito. Inti alawa de be che. Inti mo fa mo adwena mutu ntia ho. Enye de mo omo num wie o, omo num George. They don't care. Press conference they say mo ye. Or some kusa shebutim. Your kusa is in your head. Your slow-mo should stay in your head. Okusa shebutim. Okwadwa 20 ano. Because man only be. Akwani jina weni mu catch say ogo contingency fund mu akoyiska. Also so mo alawa. Wa catch say budget no. Okoyisika di bi akodi. Wa catch say Bank of Ghana dan crying. Also your press conference say the constitution and the commitment. Yeah, they. Buggers. I think it's there. In fact, pharmacy will apply me. Pharmacists will apply me, mamo. I feel bad. I'm very sorry. But I'm apply, mamo. Bunga so mom go. Bunga Jose says, "Can you?" Oh, mom go. Munga Jose, go for oil abako. It was here, go for food. Munya go for alawa. Munya go for alawa. It's your munya skagra. Akomo mam go. See idea. Ye $1. Omo mam go. Ghana be funny country. Gold for alawa. Esiano. Ye gold for oil. Yaba gold for food. Esia moso mo jalawa. Sika di ho. Bank of Ghana kapre. Inti mumusa gold for alawa. Te sia de moso mum peska ba obia. Alawa ni em peska. Mum poli gold ho maye. Gold for alawa. Hwe ye nyina be bre. But serious. Mr. S the gas be go. Na me nyere. Nyere se be ka. Mr. S. Men kan jira mo se mumusa gold for alawa. Etiamia. Ana bumusa wi.
Oba ni wi upedwan.
The mawa ni na upe.
Obroyin na bisa wo. Oso oba ni wi no o meche ni boto. Ai, wi boto ba ko. Ana oba upedwan.
Bebere o.
The bia obesi.
Oba wada ho de bia. Wi be ko no ma de bia.
Mama wi boto ba ko. Koko di eni bi.
Me fa wi na.
O fa wi.
Bebere o.
The bia obesi.
To say oba wada ho de bia. Wi be ko no ma.
Oh good. Mama wi boto ba ko. Koko di eni bi.
Me fa wi na.
O fa wi.
Alawa for. Mungo bisa gold for oil, gold for alawa. Gold do mumbuza say gold do e de guada keribu ala say de esha a handkerchief. Gold for alawa. Aya mumbuza musi pharmacy for so mumbuza say gold de guada keribu ala say de esha hankim, de gu hankim. Ai we know de achichire bottle ala say de share back pocket. Gold for alawa ye pe gold e gu bottom, ye pe gold de guada kem. Empe go de wa handkerchief wo. Me see egofo wo ye gibi. Mudi MPP echi munyina mo bebre. School amako nyina fa so maso. Ejesi ade gold for alawa. Esi ade gold for oil abako. Ade esi gold for food neba. Esi ade mo se mo ye idia gold for alawa babe aka if you want to call bitie be ya babre Gala enfa ye gibi bruta. Bawomia. I'm picking phone calls. Let me hear. Phone call. Okay, let me. Let me show the spirit of the NDC. Caller.
Yeah, good evening, Kevin.
I go for our Kasabitio.
I'll go. Abu second, you know.
Abu Kasa.
You made it. You made sure, Papa. Obuag Madagana. You'll be a member of one. Now, you're about to task a gunner for them. I'll go home, but you be summer, Kevin. You're about to transfer Pia December 7th. Your mom was in Tuaba, my excellency. Now, about no end of Mahama go to you. Kevin American, because we hear more parliamentarian.
Remember second D or Thursday, second D.
Thursday.
Me was 7 minutes. Let me. Okay, Thursday. I'll speak on second
Thursday.
D. Me there. The man who wants to contest Ejapa Mesa, Ejapa Mesa wants to use the General Legal Council to intimidate the man.
Yes,
now, I will let Ghanaians know the ECOSO takrade for second D for especially the Ejapa Mesa. They use General Legal Council, the Chief Justice. We will talk about that. Thank you very much, Abu. I will do that on Thursday. Hello, caller. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, boss. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go
ahead. Kevin. How are you killing them? How are you? 2020 May. We are sorry about me holding British passport.
Yes.
Foreman, can you go back to that issue because it seems that the NDC we didn't take that serious.
Mate, we will All right. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yes, I can say with you.
Yeah, Kevin. As I say, you're from Jake, me free Toronto, Canada. Yeah, what say you could party on MPP photo?
Kasa you, yeah. So that
one say, yeah, Omansi. Oh, this kind of Omano to say a machine gun.
But that's it. Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Kevin.
Good evening, boss. Go ahead.
Yeah, your friend Omar Bingo from Columbus, Ohio.
Yes.
Your friend said, Kevin, some journalist, Obisara questions, Was two more questions and Obisara.
Now, don't you have open good for questions?
Who asked questions?
Good for questions. Good for questions. Yeah, ever good. You ever good with that questions. I said, okay. When you go with that?
Okay, I can say some questions.
But that's it. Thank you very much.
Zongo 7, no.
Kasa.
About the Zongo 7, no. Me sure say, MPP for new Mwakwe deal be a Kumukophobia. So, say, reveal secrets, and that's why they killed them. I'm sure about that.
That's your opinion. All right, that's your opinion. Hello, caller.
Hello, Simon.
Good evening. Yeah, Kasa, meet you.
Good evening. Yeah. Journalist, in fact, I respect him. So far, he's been bold enough. Hello?
That's how the journalists are supposed to be. Just ask the questions.
Yes, that's how the journalists are supposed to be. I think we need 3 or 4 of them who will change the country. And 2, we are begging John Mama, if NDC comes to power, if NDC my second question is, my second contribution is that if he comes to power, he should be aware of Asantehene and Nana Kunando.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Kevin.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, Kevin. You know those guys, the pharmacist guys, you know. The one we read the press conference. We be MPP boy.
Don't mind them. What be name? What be name? What be name? I think the name they. You know, man.
Oh my God, these guys.
You know the guy.
Don't do any sorry for them. Them people. I know them. This guy, what did you do me?
That guy.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
You know the guy.
Hello, Cal.
Hello, how are you?
Please, I'm fine.
Great. You guys know the guy? Your husband, your the man who spoke just said he knows the guy.
If you saw that guy, you know what he do? Propaganda.
That guy.
Propaganda against NDC. Today they do press conference. I go show you some videos about that guy. I go show you some videos about him.
Send me inbox inside. Send me.
I go send you some videos right now about that guy.
All right, I hear you.
He go read press conference tire. He not tire well. This is the we don't follow. Today they read press conference. Make him go choose his certificate.
Really? Hello, caller. I'm on phone, my phone.
Wow.
Good evening, Good evening.
Yeah, Kevin. Papa, good for a oil.
Good for Good for Pito, you never buy. What do you go to cry about Pito?
And the through Anam to Master, which is still to you be out, Miss Salice Media, maybe to a back of my son upon me, I bow me. Now who ruin him Cosro? No, sometimes they say you see Agnio, and I say, and the Coquatin veterinary, so in some more can be a fasobi and so. I want to make a what yama of what has good wait, Mark, wash him.
Wababwasi.
Oh, almost in then so radio station be so.
What's it?
What's your about obey it quiet, my train banner. I'm
Piero emphasize interview nimbrem ochina be boba go fueti the kwase obeka radio zira Piero get me that interview when you throat cancer ye minimum doctor say 82 years obewu
and now 12 years went to 4 years and some ne bronco went to my was in a bronin cat and wait me my ba brother and now can say me crap the way me come in radio no to me no
we good agati I me say kwati when you throat cancer the minimum doctor say obewu 2 years or cancer pero obewu na nsia hello caller hello caller One kasa ntima be you so kasa
and they said they must see anche be good for money for Ghana said about me say give me the good for money never ba said they be before say give Ghana no good for money Kobe amane and the ba hoji Kevin let me see about
I say thank you gold in there is here be gold be gum chapo is here no ya ni am gold gold from Tampe enche bia hello caller
hello
yes go ahead.
Good evening, Kevin.
Good evening.
The patrol. I feel like okay, you friend ya grow. And go for do say omo kwa to election tin omo just right kano.
Omo jisikana ko di.
Election tin omo just right kano. Omo jisikana ko di o. Omo jisikana ko chairman pay for ni soldier for ni police ko omo do omo be din kwa asem no.
No kra no. The omo ba no brand champion e di anim. Ono na jisikana ko che. Sa $500 million. Omo jisikana kwa campaign. Eno ano no enye bibi fufuro bia wo.
Kwa campaign.
Eduane bia.
Ono omo de kwa
akofo we. So bunu se Ghana fo ejimi enka hwe. Ene tina brother champion ya mfa tumi mamo ye bekumu because bunu se ejimi on asem we the media.
Eno kwa pa.
Asem o se media ne we ya asem ehia. Yeah.
Me na me catch you. Intimidation ya me sure pa.
Asipa, thank you very much. All right, my memfa be 2 be na me pon 8 o'clock about ekodi hello caller. Hello. All right, caller when you're ready. Hello. All right, my memfa another caller we wajina swatch. Hello caller. Hello.
Kevin.
Yes sir, go ahead.
me say Ghana for me say Kevin.
Mitio kasa.
Me say Ghana for mun wahala. Wallahi mun wahala. She nkwasa sama omudi. Nti sisi a dams no we. Dams na omo se omo si no omo de omo sabrani no ewe. One village one dam no ewe. One village one dam no we. Nti sisi a esa obia hu se MPP fo atro no omo be di ye. Our Kumsin Ekatre say 250,000 intimacy meaningful dam. And then you say dams are not meaningful dams. And then sad dams and then I say omotimi start to say dams na eye adwuma. Yakopon betio omukapa. Kevin.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you very much for being part of today's show. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. Ochina NDC 360 Ambaswa, I'll be live on TV. And ejujum achirim amamahu nukreni nyina say otoma MPP with all due respect oto for ahochire he omo yakronvu enkofo no boni omo dimo no munima me say omo free power na say de mo hu no mu hwe o enkofo we free power e na mo behu dwirima omo dimo omo wia musike nyina omo wie mu ade bechi ende esi ayi biedu no e gold nkwan tia mo behu gold for koko, gold for ntampe, gold for shoe. Me sisi at Ghana mo behu de ebesi. Me de me asoma for I'm just a messenger who is ready and willing to speak truth to power. Thursday we are bringing our MPs back to tell us what they have done and why we should keep them in power. Thursday, new MPs, about 2 will be live on this show to talk about their achievement, why they should be given the nod. My name is Kevin Taylor. My producers are called The Ghost Team. This platform is called With All Due Respect Extended Version. We'll be back on Thursday or tomorrow to discuss Ghana. God bless you. Cheers and good night. Titim.
engage in strategic prayer. Listen, the seasons of attack in a believer's life, or a season of pruning and making, they are seasons of deep spiritual emphasis. They are seasons of prayer and intercession. That's not the time to pray morning and evening. That's the time to pray anyhow and anytime, because you are in a season. Your anchor will be your prayer. Hallelujah. Day and night you are praying. Lord, I don't know what is happening to my life, but I'm praying. You have your prayer time in the morning, you have your prayer time in the evening, but every time is prayer time. Every time is prayer time. An evil report: your wife just lost her child. What are you doing? I am praying. Why? I'm in a season. Is any man afflicted? James chapter 5 and verse 13. Let him pray. Let him pray. Not let him discuss. Not let him grumble around. Not let him call God names and say I will backslide. Let him pray. Psalm 34, please, from verse 4 to 7, and then the last part, and we will pray. Psalm 34. I sought the Lord, and he heard me and delivered me from what? All my fears. Next verse, we are reading to 4 to 7. They looked unto him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. 6. The poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of how many? All his troubles. Last verse. The angel of the Lord encampeth around them that fear him and delivereth them. Prayer is a powerful weapon in all seasons, but especially this season. Lord, what is happening around my life? My wife just got attacked. My son just got attacked. My job just got attacked. I am not understanding what is happening. I set myself like Daniel unto prayer. God grants you grace. You can add with fasting. Add with fasting. This spiritual laziness of eating anyhow, anytime. Many believers now fast as a ceremony. 3 days fasting, you carry it on your head as if it's 12 years fasting. If you love food more than your destiny, life will cheat you again and again. Food is okay, but please let me tell you, mighty ones, you must learn to show food that your spirit man has grown above it. There are many of you here, you cannot remember. I may be wrong. I'm not saying you should do it. Please, I'm not saying you should do it. But as far as I'm concerned, there are spiritual levels that if you get to, a week should never pass that you did not fast. You are joking. You are joking. Not with what you are doing to hell. You are joking. 7 days. Ah, no. Himarama. 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 To the King who sits on the throne. Himarama. To the King. Listen, let me tell you this. I will continue to teach you this secret. Real victory in prayer is gotten while men sleep. Real victory is not gotten shouting around, just making noise. Real men of power contact power when men sleep. May God give you the grace to rise above sleep. I'm praying from the, may God give you the grace to not allow sleep cheat you. That God can wake you up in the night. No light, off the light. You are praying. Don't allow distractions. You are praying, the next thing you see one of your trousers and it's enough to distract. Off the light. You can use your phone light. You are in the night alone and watch what happens. Sakata bakoto shikata rakata dela skumata reketeketo shkelebata. You are, nobody is seeing what you are doing, but there is a register. Every day you are signing. It is the day you get to the stage to preach. That's when God will not disappoint you. You don't come on stage and talk nonsense. Lion of the tribe of Judah, Rose of Sharon, Lily of the valley, Rose of this and that and that. God is not a scammer. He's not a magician. No track record in the secret place. You will flatter yourself to nothing in it, in the open. Please learn to pray in the night. Learn to pray in the night. Learn to pray in the night. Receive grace to dedicate night times and pray. God didn't give you a house just to keep things. Turn everywhere to a prayer altar. Turn your toilet to a prayer altar. Turn your living room to a prayer altar. When everyone has gone off the television, don't pray watching a film. Even if it's a Christian movie, you are not praying. Shut it down. Lord, this is me and you here. I don't know what is happening to my life. A time will come, you'll feel like just leaning. Get up and say, Satan, you are a liar. I'm going far. A time will come, your tongues begin to change. What you are saying, it will never be what you started with. You have entered a level in the spirit. Tongues are languages, and there are levels of power contact. Groanings that cannot be uttered. You get to a point in the spirit where you begin to pray. There are times that only one word, one phrase will come out of your mouth for minutes. Pray it. You are receiving power. Prayer is not something you do in a group so that people will see you and think you're a prayer warrior. Don't joke with your destiny like that. Don't joke with your destiny like that. The Bible says to enter and shut the door behind you. Shut the door behind you and pray to your Father who is in secret. You don't need to have a prayer point. You don't need to have a prayer point. Just stay there and begin to pray. And while you are praying, your flesh is weak, but your spirit is willing. Listen, can I tell you this? There is a level of fire you bring on any attack in your life. It must give way. It must give way. Fire is an emblem of the spirit. It's one of the emblems of revival. It's one of the emblems that show that the spirit is in a place. Fire does not only refine. Fire is for judgment. There are times you need to stay like a priest upon the watch. My brother and my sister, if you pray from your heart, some things will shift. You will wake up in the morning and know I shifted this through prayer. There are attacks that only prayer can challenge. Pray for me is wonderful, but you must become the priest of your destiny. Can someone just blast in tongues for just 1 or 2 minutes? Salabakata. Senagandas kama hasabash. Rakata bakato sopokoto sheketelekata. Emprata seneketo shanikata. Tasete shana haskabaratos. Reketekete skabarakatos. Unto him that answers prayer shall all flesh come. Lord, I'm in a season of my life I cannot afford to be lazy. I'm in a season of my life I cannot allow my prayer life go down. It's too risky. Not for this season. Not for this season. This is the wrongest time to be prayerless. This is the wrongest time to be prayerless. Oh, take away slumber from my eyes. Take away slumber, oh God. There are scores to settle in the realm of the spirit. There are things to shift in the realm of the spirit. There are things to align in the realm of the spirit. I need to legislate spiritual realities. While men slept, the enemy came and sowed tears. Pray. Pray. Outside, pray. To the King who sits upon the white horse. To the King, yes, sits upon the white horse. Shelabakatare kotosia Imarama 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 to the King who sits on the throne. Imarama to the King who sits on the throne. Ela barata katosha branda katela katosh. Ekata brakatos kalekata brasana kata. Haruse seneketosha latos kemahasa. Woe to them who are at ease in Zion. Woe to them who are at ease in Zion. To the King who sits upon the white horse. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We're praying. Psalm 125. Prayer gives you stamina to pass through seasons. Jesus prayed, otherwise he would have given up. He said, Peter, Satan desired to sift you like wheat, but I have prayed for you that your faith fail not. And when you are converted, use the same strategy to strengthen. Prayer is a strengthener. They that trust in the Lord shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be moved, but abideth forever. Next verse. As the mountains are around Jerusalem, so the Lord is round about his people. from henceforth, even forever. Next verse. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put his hands in iniquity. Next verse. Do good, O Lord, unto those that be good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. We are reading till the last verse. As for such as turn aside in their crooked ways, the Lord shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity. But peace upon Joshua Selman. Prayer gives you stability. In the next 2-3 minutes, you are going to pray and say, Lord, let this prayer stabilize me. I shouldn't be shaking over everything. I should be able to laugh at certain storms and say, Jesus is Lord. Lift your voice and pray. Stability, power, stamina. The Lord is my light and my salvation. The Lord is the strength of my life. Stability, oh God. Stability, oh God. The Bible says if you turn aside in the day of battle, your strength is small. Your strength is small. Give me capacity, endurance, stamina, the grace to pass through for the sake of my family, the grace to pass through for the sake of my generation, the grace to pass through for the sake of my loved ones. Be strong, be strong, be strong. Be strong in the Lord. Don't be weak. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Be strong in the Lord. Koinonia, be strong in the Lord. Be strong in the Lord. Be strong in the Lord. Don't entertain weakness. Be strong in the Lord. You are not the weak ones. You are strong. Hallelujah. By the Spirit that raised Christ from the dead, we crush the works of darkness now. Pay attention, I'm praying for you. I decree and declare that if this is as a result of territorial covenants, activities of ancestry that authorize darkness to launch attacks over lives, over churches, over ministries, over individuals, mysterious diseases that you had no part in, I pray by the God of heaven tonight, let there be liberty for you. Let there be liberty for you. Let there be liberty for you. I challenge suicidal spirits over this territory of Zaria. The spirits that cause young people to kill themselves and waste their lives. In the name that is above all names, we command that spirit is banished from this territory. The spirit of discouragement, the spirit of exhaustion, in the name of Jesus, we declare be gone now and forever.
Many of us believe life is intellectual, so we think that the moment you are educated, as far as we know education to be, the enlightenment, secular enlightenment, we believe we are ready for living. Other people think life is just biological. So the older you grow, you think your growth is qualifying you for living. Are we together? Other people think life is sociological. So the more you know people, you believe you have what it takes to live. But I'm telling you this, life is spiritual. Find out how many people's destinies have gone in shambles because of their not having this spiritual intelligence that life is spiritual. Everything, brothers and sisters, about life is spiritual. You go back to the book of the beginnings, Genesis, and everything is spiritual. Everything spiritual. In the beginning, the Bible says God created. Now that is I tell you, we can dwell weeks just talking about Genesis 1 verse 1. In the beginning. What beginning? God created the heavens and the earth. So where was he? Because he created the heavens, he created the earth, meaning he was not in any of those places. Where was he? The Bible calls him dwelling in a place of unapproachable light. Governs the affairs of men from that standpoint. God created, not invented. The earth was not invented. The heavens were not invented. They were created. Created with the intelligence of a superior being. So it's foolish to walk upon the earth wondering if there is a synergy to the happenings of things. Life is spiritual. The earth upon which you walk is spiritual. You as an entity is spiritual. Unfortunately, only witches and wizards know this. Are we together now? Only the people who destroy the destinies of men in villages know this. The average believer is generally aware of the spirituality of life, but has not come into an understanding that one of the keys to spiritual intelligence is to come to terms with the fact that life and everything about it is spiritual. Life and what? Everything about it, no matter how trivial, no matter how scientific, spiritual. Hallelujah. Spiritual. When you understand the spirituality of life, then all of a sudden you will start seeing a line connecting dots as to the happenings of people's lives. Listen, a man does not just get up and become poor like that. A family does not just get up and not make progress just like that. A man does not just beat his wife just like that. A wife does not just beat her husband just like that. The source of that strength requires investigation. Are we together now? A small child does not become so audacious that he looks at his father and says, I can kill you. No. The source of that audacity has to be investigated. Life is spiritual. A church does not just grow. Members don't just carry their Bibles from different points and start saying, let's go to the same place without knowing themselves. There's no wire connecting them. You don't just open a shop and everybody from everywhere decides that they want to come to you. No, sir. No, sir. Life is spiritual. You see men moving all around and you do not know what moves them. Spirituality of life. Someone decides to help you, but you show up and something about your life you are not aware of makes the person to drive you away. Someone promises to marry you, even goes to see your parents, and all of a sudden introduction has been done. He just comes up and says, I had a strange dream I can't understand. That's not the first time of having a dream, but because of that dream you lose out on an opportunity. Brothers and sisters, if you understand that life is spiritual, you already, without even understanding the nitty-gritties, you are already ahead of many people in life. I will never treat my life from a scientific perspective. No, I will never treat ministry from a scientific perspective. In the realm of the spirit, 1 + 1 is not 2. You have to define what 1 is. You have to define what 2 is. You have to define what other factors are in the equation. We run our lives scientifically. We run our lives intellectually, sociologically, and we become victims. The book of Job is full of mysteries that open up the reality of the spirituality of life. When you look at the book of Psalms, David opened us to the spirituality of life. When you read Psalm 91, he starts by saying, he that dwells in the secret place. Question, where is that location today? Because David said a man can dwell here. Have you found it? Where is it? Like an address. David is giving us an address where people can find safety. And he never said a police station. He that dwells somewhere, there is a place a man can stand that you become immune. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High. Then the second shocking thing is, shall abide not under the light, under the shadow. What is that? Abide under a shadow. That means your shadow has a spiritual implication. This thing you look at. Listen. I'm not talking of all this moving around you and let you fall down. I'm talking of something deeper. You know, physics just tells us when light is casted on an object, it creates a shadow. That's as far as you know. But the Bible says men can dwell under a man's shadow. Do you love Jesus? We love the Bible, right? So, I mean, you are not, the way you are looking at me is as if I'm teaching heresy. It's right in the Bible. Shall abide under. He gives the shadow of God a three-dimensional explanation. You can come under it. Then he says, I will say of the Lord, he is this and that and that and that. Please give it to us, Psalm 91. Let's look at it. Yes, that's the song. Your influence is all over me. Verse 2. And I will say of the Lord, he is my what? Refuge and my fortress, my God. In him I will not trust. So let's see why verse 1 and 2 is there. Verse 3. It says, surely he shall deliver me from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Look at all these descriptions. They are description of strange things. You don't see them with your optical eyes, but their effects are as physical as anything. Verse 4. He shall cover thee with what? Stop. Hold on. Describe a man for me with a three-dimensional shadow and has feathers somewhere in his body. Which part of him has feathers? Because he was not just speaking a parable. He says, he shall cover thee with his feathers. Then and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield. That means in the realm of the spirit, truth is not an information. Truth is a physical reality. It's a shield. You can hold it like I'm holding a tie. Truth is an object, relatable. Are you getting something now? You will be so blessed if you pay attention to what I'm telling you. 5. This is not even this. I just want us to look at it. Just play around it. It says, because of all these provisions, this is the only condition where thou shalt not be afraid. Because there is something called terror by night. Everybody say terror by night. No matter how peaceful an environment is, the Bible says once it is night, there is a mystery of darkness and terror. Listen, the Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers. Listen, then it says rulers of darkness. They cannot rule in light. The moment, he's not talking of spiritual darkness. The moment there is physical darkness, it's a sign they are authorized to come out. Like animals that can only come out in the night. So the Bible calls it terror by night. Yet is night